What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we gotta do first? We have to do those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. You can support this podcast for as little as $3 a month, less than the cost of a beer, for just a little more, just a touch more. You can get this audio ad-free, you can get the video versions a week early, and a whole lot more at the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. So once you come support the show, it would mean a lot to me, Drinking Buddies. We are also brought to you this week by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Pick yourself up a hat, pick yourself up a shirt. Cover your shame in my wares. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy. And it also supports the show. Once again, that is at anwd.net/merch. Our last sponsor this week is Casa Anica. Casa Anica is a wellness brand, the type of wellness that vibrates, lubricates, improves your life. And if you go to Casa-Anica today and use promo code ANWD at checkout, you get 15% off all orders. And any orders over $100 in the continental United States gets free shipping. So go to Casa-Anica today and improve your life. I know the pre-roll's long this week. Other stuff that's going on. Once again, And Now We Drink was nominated for the Urban X Awards, so voting should be opening any day now. Please go vote for the show. It is a fan-voted award. I'd love to take home the trophy. I will figure out a way to do shots out of it if I win. So come support Drinking Buddies. Let's do shots of Malört out of a goddamn trophy. And besides voting, the other very easy ways you can support this show that cost you nothing. Twofold. One, go to youtube.com/And Now We Drink and subscribe. See the video versions. See the shorts. Costs you nothing but a little bit of time. Feeds the algorithm. And we know we have to feed the algorithm. It's just part of life. The other very easy way to support the show is also about feeding the algorithm. Share social media posts. Signal boost. Tell your friends. Let people know about the show. More Drinking Buddies, the merrier. All right. Let's get on with it. My guest this week is the one and only Scarlett Alexis. This was just a silly episode. Scarlett was laughing 99% of the episode, just having a good time. For whatever crazy reason, she decided to show up and start drinking on an empty stomach. We get really silly. Per usual, it just goes all over the place. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy Drinking Buddies. Which one was clapping here, Scarlett?
I just wanted to clap.
Clap away. Clap away. Do what makes you happy.
Always.
Good. Then why are you here?
Because I want to drink with and have some good conversation.
Once again, one of those could be accomplished. We'll figure out if the other one happens.
Guess so.
So I have to admit, doing the little bit of research I did, is it weird for you to be on mic, like, indoors?
No, I'm a musician too.
Well, no, but everyone who ever interviews you, it's always it's always outdoors.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no.
Just like
I don't know what that's about. I feel very comfortable being indoors in a chair. Yeah, this is great.
I'm just fucking. I'm just like.
Which interviews did you watch? Because I'm trying to even remember.
The Bang 57 questions.
Oh my God, it was so windy and cold that day.
Yeah.
And I had a really cute outfit on, and they're like, "We need you to look like I had to cover up everything." They're like, well, first of all, it was cold, but they also were like, just you can't look sexy because it's going to be on Instagram. I'm like, my nips aren't out. They're like, no cleavage.
Well, I will put your cleavage on Instagram.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
They're in frame, right?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
okay.
checking myself out. Yeah, I look good.
Good. What the fuck, Bang?
I know. So that's why I was wearing like beige and and gray.
I was just like, that was just a weird, like, it's windy.
It was so windy, yeah.
The interviewers ran. I'm like, I'm not here to shit on Bang,
No,
but like,
I love Bang. It was just funny. Like, I love the whole team. But yeah, that was funny.
And then the other one was with Porn Crush, where you're just like, I'm in a bikini.
Oh, that was super random. Yeah, I was at Stagecoach for my birthday last year with a group of porn people, and they're like, let's do an interview. I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm just like, does she do interviews indoors? Do I have to move this up to the rooftop? Like, what's happening?
I will only do interviews if it's outside. That's my thing.
Are we drinking?
We got to start drinking. This isn't Now We Drink without alcohol.
It is for some people occasionally.
Really? Do you have people on here that don't
I
drink?
couldn't have half the industry on if I required people to drink.
You're right. That would be weird. What do they drink? Like
whatever the
water?
Fuck they want.
Yeah.
Soda, water.
Have you ever had Kimmy Kim on here?
I have not. That we went to set that up at one point and it just fell through like scheduling.
She absolutely loves Coke, so that's what you'll be drinking.
Oh, I mean, she'll be drinking. I still drink even when the guests are sober.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
No, we're gonna be here for a while. Like,
I mean, you can always refill it.
I will.
All right. I'm risking whatever the fuck this is.
Vahirovka.
I will.
Vahirovka.
I'm glad you can.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I mean, I'm pretty close. Yeah. Well, I was in Prague last year for almost a month working, and that's how I found this. And it's my favorite alcohol. Otherwise, if it wasn't this, we would be drinking scotch, which is my usual.
I mean, there is some scotch on the bar.
Well, see how this goes. I really want to try the Swedish.
Oh, don't worry.
Stuff too.
You will.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, that's for the bonus content. That's not main interview content.
VIP only.
Yes. VIP only. Yes. That. Yes. We'll go with that. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for making it. Oh, it's not as bad as I was expecting.
Okay, it's nice, right?
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of fall.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it.
You won't. Yeah.
So this is much more intense. Okay, I'm excited to try that.
There's no those like this has like cute like notes.
It's cute.
Like it almost feels like Christmassy in my mouth.
Yeah. I was like, I've never had an alcohol that tasted like this.
Yeah, it's not like it's not minty, but it's just like I feel like, there's pine vibes and
pine, yes. I want to say like clove, maybe even.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it feels like, this is tastes on my tongue what I envision Christmas like.
That's how I should describe it. It is in a green bottle.
Malört is just, yeah.
I feel like the packaging is very intense.
Oh, it's intentional.
Like, yeah.
I mean, their current marketing is how to unfriend someone in person.
How to what?
How to unfriend someone in person.
Really? That's so funny.
Yeah, they just lean right into this tastes bad. It's just their whole...
We want our marketing to be aggressive, to reflect the taste.
Well, it's one of those things, like, I don't know why I'm getting into the history of Malört, but it started off as kind of like a barman's shot in like Chicago. Like the bar staff would serve it to people as kind of a joke. And then it grows. Most people just order it to torture other people with.
Okay, gotcha.
And speaking of Megan mistakes, when she found out I was from Chicago, she lived there for 6 months. When she came and did the show, she brought a bottle and was like, "Why are you not feeding this to people?" I'm like, "You're right. I probably should be." And now that's where that tradition came from. So if you hate
it a Chicago thing?
It is.
Even though it's Swedish? Okay.
Yeah, Carl Jeppson was a Swedish immigrant to Chicago.
Got it. Okay.
And they got around it being illegal during Prohibition because they claimed it was medicine. And it tastes...
It probably is. Your face.
I mean, it'll cure something. It will definitely cure something. It may cause more problems than it solves, but...
So this morning, last night, I was sleeping, and I dreamt my day, basically. Like, I planned on waking up early and working out, which didn't happen. I slept in. But in my dream, I was working out. And then on my dream, I also came on to your podcast, and we ordered in a pizza because I was like, I haven't really eaten anything solid. And yeah, we ordered in a pizza in my dream.
Did you eat today?
nothing solid, actually, which was not intentional. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
So if I have to, I'll hold your hair. I'll be that kind
I'll
of.
be fine.
I'm just saying. If I have to.
Oh, you know what? I had 2 pieces of cheese.
Oh wow! So much calories. So many calories.
And I had a protein shake, so that's something.
That is indeed something.
It is something. Last night I had brisket though.
Ooh, where from?
I don't know. My parents were flying through town, so I went to like see them just at a hotel near the airport, and we ordered in brisket. So I don't know where they got it from, but it was so good. It was incredibly tender.
I don't feel like brisket's like order in food.
It was a DoorDash.
I'm lying. I have definitely ordered in brisket. I'm just like,
why not?
I don't know. I want to go to a barbecue joint and like order.
I mean, that would be more fun.
It would.
Yeah.
I love that you went with traditional Passover fare on Easter.
Yeah. That's what. Well, Passover's coming up. It's not here yet, though, right?
I'm a really bad Jew. I have to Google that.
Are you Jewish?
Technically.
Technically.
Are we in a meeting right now?
Wait, what?
Are we in a meeting?
Are we in a meeting? What do you mean?
Because I'm an entertainment Jew. Like, if we're in a meeting, oh yeah, I'm definitely.
Oh,
Jewish.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I'm kind of Jewish too. Yeah, on my dad's side.
On your dad's side?
Yeah. But I don't talk about it. No,
Why not?
I'm joking.
This is Hollywood. You should be talking about it. We run the media.
Sure. Well, my last name is German and Jewish, funny enough.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of us there at one point.
Yeah.
At one point, there was
Yeah.
a whole lot of us there. These are slightly less.
Ah, that's funny.
Not so much. That part, not so much. I think some people might disagree with you quite a bit on that.
Really?
That being funny.
Yeah. Well, moving on, maybe.
Let's all walk away from that quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly. Yeah, anywho. Ooh. And then there'll be a weird subset of the internet that finds that hilarious, and we don't want to encourage them.
I don't know. Why isn't, it's both. So, like, what are they mad for? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I have a dark sense of humor.
Well, you're in the right place.
Okay, thank God.
Yes, because I'm wildly offended by this. Wildly
I
offended.
can tell.
I'm sorry, Scarlett. The interview's over. Enjoy your liquor.
Canceled. First podcast. I'm done.
Getting you canceled before you're 10 minutes in. It's over for you.
Oh.
Got yourself canceled.
This is why I don't do podcasts.
You're just like, I'm going to just say something horrible.
I just know it. Yeah. No. Anyways.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, nothing is that serious. Like,
exactly.
everyone's going to find something to be offended about on almost any subject.
Sure.
I mean, for fuck's sake, as we're recording it is the day after Easter.
Yes.
And not everyone, a lot of people were in a fucking uproar about yesterday being the Trans Day of Visibility.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, one, celebrate the day you want to celebrate.
You can do both.
Right. And like, if you celebrate both, celebrate both. And if anything, someone's like, well, that shouldn't fall on a religious holiday. I'm like, yeah, how many times Easter has fallen on the Trans Day of Visibility since it was incepted in 2009? Twice.
Oh, yeah. Easter, it changes every year.
Right.
So who the fuck cares?
But on top of it, it's like, this is actually Trans Visibility Day. Easter's the one that's impeding.
Yeah.
It's like 2013 and yesterday were the only times that like they've fallen on the same day.
Yeah.
And the next time Easter falls on the 31st is 2086.
Oh, wow.
So it's like,
be 87.
you plan to be around that long?
Who knows? We'll see.
I'll be long dead.
Oh, I can't ask you how old you are. That's rude, right? Or do you care?
I don't care.
How old are you?
I'm 43. You were at my birthday. You
Oh my
were
God.
at my birthday.
I don't know the number.
We literally got pizza. You were like there for the whole party. You weren't even like.
I was. That was really fun. I will say though, the karaoke guy, he was obnoxious, wasn't he?
That's a good friend of mine.
I don't care. He was hogging the mic. He's supposed to be announcing people. He's like, here's this lady. She's going to sing this. He's singing half the song. Like, give her moment. Let him know I said this.
I will cut this clip and text it to him. Well, I love Jimmy. Because that party legitimately happened there because of him.
Well, that's nice. I mean, he seems like a great guy. Just if he was aware of that one thing, people might like him a little bit better.
I like Jimmy quite a bit.
I'm just from an outside perspective, as a stranger who has no idea who this person is, who has only been in a scenario where he's a karaoke MC. I'm just saying.
Well, I get what Jimmy's doing in a lot of cases. A lot of cases, people can't fucking sing. So he's trying to help. Okay. You are very fucking talented, so you don't need the help.
He didn't do that when I went up.
Well, yeah, because you're very fucking talented. He jumps in on people who can't sing.
Oh, okay.
He was half of my song. He is trying to make it so it is bearable for the audience.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think that was always the case, but we can say that it is.
I was outside for most of the party, so I fired up a cigar and was just hanging out in back most of the night.
That's where the cool kids were, huh?
You're a cool kid.
You're right. You know, Cherie DeVille was next to me for a lot of it, and she's a cool kid.
She is indeed. Much cooler than me.
Yeah, same. She's the coolest.
She is very cool people.
Yeah.
I love Cherie to death.
Me too. Yeah.
No. The cool kids were intermingled everywhere.
Yes.
The fall down drunks were in back. It's like
okay, I see. Yeah, I didn't get too fucked up. I had, I don't know, like 4 shots of scotch.
Wild.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as you had fun. I mean, I had
a great time. It was really fun. I was happy to be there.
I'm bummed I didn't get to hang with you more.
It's okay. Yeah, the first time, I mean, not like it. I didn't mean it like that. I'm bummed too.
Oh, what were you about to say? What were you about to say?
The first time I met you was at that Pass Fair party. Yeah, and then you ended up joining all the Asians at that karaoke bar.
I did.
Yeah, that was fun.
I was like the token white.
Karaoke where you and Delilah were our token white people.
Yep.
Yeah. So, the 2 times I've hung out with you have been at karaoke bars.
Shit. You're supposed to be at a karaoke bar right now.
I think so.
Am I contractually obligated to have someone singing in the background while we hang out? Well, and like for the audience, Scarlett approached me at the past party. Like, hey, aren't you? I was just like, you know who I am?
He's part of our group.
Yeah, but before
my friends know you. I just met you, but they know you.
But you pulled me off to the didn't pull me off to the side.
I'm a polite person.
Well, it was before we were in the group. Like I was coming out of the bathroom back to the party, and you're like, hey.
Well, yeah, because I have. I was like, you're Matt. I've seen your little podcast clip.
I was just like, someone knows me in the wild.
Aww.
Oh. No, that was also a very fun night.
That was fun. Yeah, that was really fun. That night I got pretty drunk off of Screwball whiskey. I filled this thing up. We went to Jade Kush, a friend of mine, filled this up with peanut butter Screwball whiskey.
Oh yeah, you were asking me about Screwball that night.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, I think you maybe have some of your Screwball out.
Most likely. I was feeling very generous.
Like, you're the drinking podcast, dude. Have some of this. Because I'm on record being like, I want my whiskey to be whiskey flavored.
Yeah, what's your favorite whiskey?
Oh, well, that's a difficult conversation.
Oh.
It's like trying to choose, my favorite child.
Okay, and why whiskey over scotch?
I am not really into PD or smoke.
Okay, so it's just a personal preference.
Yeah, it's just a personal preference. Like, every time I go to fucking Japan, I drink Japanese whiskeys, and I'm like...
I love Japanese whiskey. Like the Nikkas.
Yeah, and I'll drink them and be like, I can tell this is fucking high quality. It's just not to my palate.
Not your palate. High quality is not your palate.
No. High quality is my palate.
Okay.
This particular...
Oh, okay.
Because for those of you who don't know, Japanese whiskey is essentially scotch.
Yeah.
So it's just like...
That's probably why I like it.
Yeah. And it's just like, I can tell this is like a high quality alcohol.
Yeah.
I just don't care for it. Though I do drink a fucking ton of Centurion soda while I'm there.
Okay.
Because canned highballs are just everywhere. and it's enough soda water, but it's just like, this isn't too smoky, clang.
Yeah. So you probably are not a mezcal fan.
No, that's why there's like 2 bottles that have been living on the bar for.
You know, I feel like like occasionally I'll drink a mezcal, but I feel like I'm not that miserable. I mean, I'm not miserable, period. But like, that's just the next level. I feel like over scotch, you know. But occasionally I will enjoy it.
On your dark days, you're just like,
my dark days, I'm like, give me a mezcal.
Give me a mezcal, just neat.
Well, I always drink them neat. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like a challenge, I guess. I'm like, yeah.
You want to be challenged by your alcohol?
Why not? I like to be challenged by everything.
Well, and speaking of like, you know, the some of the Porn Chris interviews and some of the other interviews like have gotten into depth of like some of the struggles you've had in life,
Sure.
and I have to admit, you are wildly upbeat for everything that you've gone through in life.
Thanks.
That's
You know, it is what it is. You just gotta keep on trucking on.
for sure, but like that's not a skill set everyone fucking has.
No, that's true.
Like,
Yeah.
good on you for that shit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because it was just like, how do you get to be so cool? Oh, have a bunch of near-death experiences.
Exactly.
Maybe some more people in this industry should have some near-death experiences. And
People, period, in general, you know? Yeah, I don't know. And it's like so this is my birthday month. I turned 25. And a lot's happened in these 25 years, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Like, definitely with some of the things, I like have dealt with depression first dealing with them. But I think that kind of just helped me to realize that yeah, you can be sad and miserable, or you can just be like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna live my life and just see what happens.
I should really just go with sad and miserable.
It's like you have to go through the sadness and then you realize, this is my advice, like, and I forgot about this advice, but then I recently remembered it. If ever I'm going through something, I think the best thing to do is just try to hit rock bottom as quickly as possible. Because once you do that, then you're like, wow, it really sucks here. And then it kind of propels you and shoots you back up to life.
Well, welcome to rock bottom. Your podcast adventures will only get better from here.
No, I'm happy to be here.
You say that now. We're still very early into the show. Later on, just like,
I'm gonna be more lightweight than usual since I haven't.
I know, that's why I was.
This is gonna be fun.
That's why I was like, did you eat?
It feels warm in here. I usually bring a little Asian fan with me, but I left it in my car. Yeah, I do the whole like thing, and it's like my move. Makes me look a little cool.
Like you need accessories to be cool all of a sudden.
No, it's just a fun little thing to do. I like bat my eyes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the internet thinks you're cool already. I don't think you need party tricks to do it.
That's a good point. It's okay. I don't need to be cool anyway. I think I don't know. I'm a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yes, but interesting people are like
True.
Like, who wants to be fucking normal?
Boring.
It's boring as shit.
Boring.
We work in an industry where we specifically said, society's like expectations for us. Fuck that.
Exactly. That is one thing. Everyone who decides to join porn, it's like there is a level of fuck it. You have to. I feel like that. How else are you gonna get here? And I admire that.
Well, at least thrive here, because
sure, thrive. Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're in 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
How many people have you seen come and go in that 2.5 years?
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Because this ain't for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I agree. Yeah.
But you are killing the game. So
Thanks.
Like, you have many accolades and.
Thanks. I feel like I have the right disposition for it.
You do. Like the amount of people that would have achieved your level or even lesser like notoriety in the amount of time you've been in. Some of them are really fucking stuck up.
True. That's not me. I'm never gonna be like that.
Good.
Yeah.
No.
I like people. Like I'm just. I'm always fascinated by people, always curious, and I like community and connecting with people. So I think being stuck up is very isolating.
Oh, it definitely can be, especially when your star falls a little bit. Not tends to, but like if your star falls a little bit, it's like, oh, those people that were around you just because they were trying to use you, all of a sudden, fucking, they're vapor.
Exactly.
Where it's like if you've developed a real community and real friends, it's just like they'll be there for the downtimes too.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like when you're just pleasant to be around, people want to work with you. So you're really doing yourself a disservice by being a cunt. You know, it's not going to help your career if you're a bitch.
I wholeheartedly agree. Someone at that past party, like, I got introduced by a mutual, and they're just like, the first question wasn't like, tell me about the show or anything like that. They're like, oh, you should do Matt's show. And the first question was like, so how many downloads do you get?
They're all like, how famous, how much reach do you have?
Right. Like
what's your following?
how is this going to directly, like, not if.
They're like, yeah.
It's like, and I was just like, yep, never booking you. Don't care.
No, like you're friends with a lot of my friends. You seem like a cool dude. And I just thought it'd be fun. I was like, I want to do it. Like,
that's the goal.
I like talking and drinking.
That's the goal. Like, in the last week or so, I had a publicist like ask me for basically a pitch deck, and I responded. The first line of it was like, if your clients are not enthusiastic about being on the show, I don't want them.
Of course. What? Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
Well, what kind of conversation are you going to have?
Not a good one. No. Not a good one. I've been doing this too long to be like, oh yeah, forced conversations are super funsies.
No one likes that.
No. Oh, and then occasionally you get fucking people who are really shitty about like that it didn't go like they wanted.
Oh, I think, their first problem is having an idea of what it's supposed to look like.
Well, what they think it is without actually doing any research of what it is.
Yeah.
Had someone literally come on here and try to plug their scenes for 2 hours.
Oh, God.
And I kept like moving it away to like real life sex and shit like that, and just right back to their scenes, right away from it. And like by the end of it, they're just fucking furious. I'm like, did you not do any research of what show you were coming to do?
Right.
I work in this industry. I don't give a fuck about what happens on set unless it's really abnormal.
Yeah. Like that, I feel like that's kind of the point. You're doing something that's not your usual job.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd much rather talk to you about your fucking music and your real life interests than, oh, another day at the fucking office.
Right. Exactly.
Like, wild real life hookup stories, cool.
Sure.
But what someone wrote on a page for you to do that you may not necessarily even be into, like, cool.
Yeah.
Like, no, sorry. She is into every scene she has ever done. She is just an unsatiable nymphomaniac. And
also, I feel like that's a little extra to like go on a podcast specifically to plug your things. Like, who puts in that much effort? No offense. I don't.
Plenty of offense.
But like, like what you reposted on Twitter and you call it a day, like,
right? No, that episode did not air in plenty of offense. Plenty. Lots and lots of. I hope they have a bad career. It was really unpleasant.
I think the goal to being successful is you have to have a level of, like, obviously showing up, doing your best, but also not giving a fuck. It's like a balance. It's between the two. You know what I mean? And I think that's where authenticity comes in. If you're trying too hard, it's just weird, you know?
Yeah, people see right through that shit.
Yeah.
Especially, like, maybe in snippets or, like, a quick BTS thing. You can be fake the whole time, but the minute you're here drinking for 2 hours, ain't gonna last.
No. I think, like, for me, because there's a lot of girls who have, like, a porn girl persona, and I'm not knocking it. Like, that can work for marketing and everything.
Speaking of knocking things.
It just seems exhausting, and I don't want to do that. So, like, I feel like I present myself I'm pretty much just me. I have a different name than my, government name. But I'm still just me. And I think people like to see realness, you know? And I think some girls too, they don't realize that that's an option. I think some people enter this space and they think they have to do that. They have to like change their voice and do all of that.
Do like the baby doll voice, like,
yeah. That was a bad impression, but you know what I'm talking about.
100%. They're literally.
I think that's obnoxious. So I don't want to do that.
I don't want it either. As the host of this show, I don't want it either. Like years ago, a friend of mine who's like legitimately a friend of mine, like this is someone I hang out with, like in the really real world, came and did the show and like fully porned it up, and like we had to pause in the middle of them, like, no, stop,
dude, chill.
Chill. You do not have to do this right now.
Yeah.
Just be you, please. I know this is not you.
Yeah. Hopefully.
It's someone I hang out with in real life. I know it's not her.
Yeah.
I know this. Like,
yeah.
Like we've hung out a couple times, so if you came in and did that, I'd be like, chill. But if I'm getting someone completely cold, it'd be like, is this? Is this?
Right. Well, I feel like that's how identity crisis happens too. They get just stuck in this person they've created, and they forget who they are.
Well, and that's got to be shit for their interpersonal relationships too.
Yeah, if they have any.
I mean,
a moment of silence that's really sad, honestly.
Well, it's something that does get discussed on here fairly often, like how porn can be a lonely fucking place.
It can, yeah. I feel very, very fortunate that like I have friends both in the industry and outside of the industry. I have like hobbies and passions, and I really like prioritize. I'm a real person, and like when I'm not on a porn set, I'm my government name. Like I think it's really healthy.
It is.
I mean, it seems so like obvious, but
it's not to
you
a lot
can
of
lose
people.
sight of that. Yeah. You have to be a real person. Like I don't like porn is a fun job. It can be a fun job, but if you don't have a life outside of that, there is a big whole wide world out there, and just porn is. Hopefully that's not everything in your life. Otherwise, I feel like because I have a balanced life, I can enjoy doing porn more.
Well, and on top of it, if you don't have a balanced life, statistically, not everyone has a long career. Like,
true. Yeah.
And if like you put like I understand
if that's your everything, damn.
Yeah, and it's like I understand getting your bag, like make that money.
Yes.
But if you're gonna throw everything else to the wayside, it's like it's a bad plan. I've pissed some people off over the years being like, so what's your post-porn plan?
Right.
And I've had some performers be like, what do you mean? Like no, girl, like I've been around a long time. When I first got in, I was working with some people that were very much A-list, top of the game, people that were signed to your agent.
Yeah.
None of them are here now.
Yeah.
And some of them have varying degrees of like a pretty rad life. Some of them not.
Sure.
And a lot of that is all based on like they had a plan.
Yeah. An intention, at least.
Yeah.
At the very least.
And the plan could change. The plan could, but, and everyone is deluding themselves that they think they could be in front of the camera forever.
Also, if you want that, cool. Personally, I don't want to do that forever. Like, I like the idea of living many lives in one, because life is short, everyone says that. And there's so many cool things you can do. I like the idea of like just doing a bunch of things.
Porn, music, what else you want to do?
That's a good question. So I have this fantasy.
Does it involve pizza?
No.
I don't want to know.
So every now and then I need to just like take a break from LA and get out. So there was this one time I just like looked at the map. It was like trying to figure out. I basically just picked a spot on the map. I wanted to go to like a coastal town. I went to Morro Bay.
I don't even know where that is.
Exactly. Yeah, it's this little seaside town. It was like 4 hours north. Beautiful. The happiest birds live there. Besides the point. I'm sitting at this dock. Everything's gray. There's like Morro Rock. Just like no one cares about who you are or anything. And I'm like, I could be a sailor, like maybe a pirate or something. Maybe not a pirate. That's a little ambitious. But like I could just see myself. I was like, what if I just went out to sea for like 3 months or something? And it's on my bucket list now. Like I want to be a sailor.
You gonna buy a boat?
No, I feel like I'd be we need to get like, I don't know why I said we, but like I would get like,
wow,
you're coming, Matt.
You've already started your piracy. You're like, and you're kidnapped, Matt. I hope you packed your shit. We're going on the boat tonight.
So how I imagine this is that I'm part of like a little crew, you know, and I like learn whatever my job is on this like little boat, not like a yacht. I want like an authentic experience. And we just go out to sea for like 3 months or something. And I feel like I would handle it. I feel like I would be very comfortable with like the insanity that comes with sailing. I feel like I could do really well with that.
Why don't we get you like on one of those crab ships, like get on some Deadliest Catch shit?
You know, I really hope the whole reason why I'm on this podcast, Matt, is actually so that like some person reaches out to me and is like, we want you on our crew. We're going to go sail for 3 months.
But I'm saying you can catch some crabs, make some big money crabbing for 3 months.
What we'll find. What if we find a tiger, have a whole life? What's that movie? Life of Pi experience? Oh. I'll bring my shrooms.
I feel like being in charge of the boat and shrooms might be a bad mix.
No, yeah. I would have to have a very low responsibility job.
What Scarlett's really saying is, I'd like to be on a boat for 3 months and do minimal work while I trip for the whole time.
You know, it's not until now that shrooms even came into this fantasy.
I'm going to call you out. That's some pretty girl privilege right there. Can you just take me on your boat and I can just hang out and kind of do stuff for 3 months?
The thing is, I could probably get away with that. But
you could. Don't get it wrong. You could. Like,
shrooms are not a deal breaker here. Like, I will be like, you can count on me. I will be a good crew member.
I'm just saying. I wouldn't put past you like someone says like, I got a boat. The amount of DM signs of I got a boat.
Oh my God. I really hope after this, I'm going to like send you screenshots if I start getting like boat people DMing me.
Oh.
So that's one of the things.
It's going to be like Scarlett's new Tinder. It's going to be like, oh, your boat's not nice, so swipe left. Oh, that's a nice boat. Good smile, swipe right.
Can we talk about dating apps for a second?
Oh, of course.
Oh my God. So I have never had an interest on being on the apps. It's
Good
not
call.
for me. It's not for me.
It's not for anyone.
No. Okay. I can barely, like, it takes a minute, usually, even in person, for me to realize I like someone, much less swiping on the phone. There's just so many factors involved. Now, I heard that on Blush specifically, you can get like Erewhon gift cards and all these discounts and stuff.
I'm not even familiar with Blush.
I wasn't until someone told me about this.
Is this another like hot girl one?
It's a hot girl one. You have to get approved.
Oh, so it's like Raya 2.0?
It's not as cool as Raya. Raya is definitely above Blush. But I signed up for it just for the gift card. And it was very disheartening. I had to make a profile for it. And just the only people who liked my profile or just they were very mid. They were like not attractive. I was like, this is so depressing.
What do you consider mid?
I wasn't even trying. Okay, that's a good question. I would say they just seemed obnoxious. Like,
how?
How do I?
How'd you disqualify these motherfuckers?
Okay, that's a good question. I would pull up the app, but I deleted it.
It was that bad already. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to answer that. I feel like I need to come up with an answer. Otherwise, that says a lot about me.
What snap judgments were you like? Nah, deleting this shit. Throw my phone out the window.
I just wasn't attracted to them. There's that. So there's that. I just
there's
wasn't
no
attracted to
superficial
the
attraction.
Yeah, there's no superficial attraction. There's a lot of douchey looking people
in LA. Never.
Or just I didn't find them attractive.
Well, I mean,
and there was like
the first one.
Yeah, no, there's this one guy. He commented on a photo of mine, and he was like, basically said, "I can tell there's something special in your eyes," and I'm thinking, is it like I'm Asian, like that's all you're seeing, man. He was like, "I feel like I could tell what your personality is just by your photo." Yeah, the look on your face. It was my look exactly. I was like,
as someone
what? He was like, I don't know why that was bad, but it was.
Well, because
why was that bad?
Well, okay, but there's a lot of reasons why. As someone who's hung out with you in real life, like you are much cooler than you should be for as attractive as you are.
Wait, say that again.
You are much cooler than you should be for as attractive as you are.
Oh, thanks. Like I could just like not.
Yeah,
like, I could just be super basic because I'm pretty enough.
Yes.
Okay.
You are pretty enough to be basic. There's your tagline.
That should be my bio.
Yeah, you very much could be like, well, I eat at Erewhon every day, and
Hey, okay, so I've lived in LA for over a year now, probably close to a year and a half. It wasn't until a couple months ago that I went to Erewhon for the first time. It's so funny. My little sister, who lives in Arizona, she travels everywhere. She's an enigma, but she's way more of like an LA girl than I am. And she was like, "Oh my god, like you haven't been to Erewhon? Like, are you even like living in LA? Like, oh my god."
well, and like I've been led to believe that like the Erewhon at the Grove and a couple of the other ones are basically like a singles market too. Like people like are trying to
Heard that.
pick
I've
people
never
up at Erewhon.
tried that.
I don't know. Do you want to pick someone up at an Erewhon?
I don't know. Is there a high success rate?
I don't fucking know. I've lived here 10 years. I've never been in an Erewhon.
You've never been?
Not once.
Not once.
Not once.
Is this deliberate?
It is.
You refuse to go to Erewhon.
Yeah.
So I have been to Erewhon now.
Well,
I will
better
say,
than me. Ooh la la. Scarlett, you're better than me. You've been to Erewhon.
the first one I went to when I lost my Erewhon virginity. I made a TikTok about it because I'm like, apparently you got to make TikToks now to like be relevant.
You do.
I will say the way they organized their bell peppers was very pleasing to the eye. That was what caught my eye about Erewhon. I was like, this is some color therapy shit right here.
I will take your word for it. I've never been in there.
Very nice. There's another time. It's a very rare thing. I don't make it happen. I definitely don't do my main grocery shopping there. But what are
you more of a Ralph's gal?
So I go to, don't stalk me, but I go to Vons, and the reason why is because when I lived in Arizona, their version of Vons is Safeway. And that's just what I know. That's what I'm familiar with. So I mostly go to Vons. I go to Ralph's sometimes because they have a great cheese selection, and like charcuterie is a staple at my place. So I go to Ralph's sometimes. Also, I'm a big farmer's market girly. I love the farmer's market.
Well, I will ask you off air which farmer's markets you're hitting, because that will get people to stalk you.
Yeah.
Because there's many
I've
Vons.
had people, like, I've made like posts about. I've had people like ask me, or even friends ask me in the comments, and I'm like, I will text you,
right?
Because I'm not telling. I'm very.
Do people not have any fucking comments?
I'm not telling you which farmer's market I'm going to.
Well, yeah, who in their right mind would be like, oh yeah, so are you going to the Hollywood farmer's market? Are you going to be there at 1:15?
Exactly.
Are you going to enter from the fucking the Gower side? Like,
I started using Farm Fresh too.
Not familiar.
It's like produce. They deliver it to you, which is nice, but they drop it off at like 3 a.m. They say they do it in the early morning so that it's cooler to ensure your produce is whatever the fuck. And it's kind of inconvenient because I have to go outside to get it. Like they can't get in my building to my door at that time.
Yeah, because that's for houses. That is for people.
Yes, I don't live in a house. This is LA.
I mean, in time.
I could.
Yeah.
I will.
You will.
I will.
You will. Like, I'm confident you will be in house hat tax bracket. Probably pretty soon.
Next year. Maybe. We'll see.
I couldn't see why you wouldn't. Like, your sorry is definitely still like fucking firing into the sky. So
thanks.
You're welcome.
So we were talking about
the dating apps. We were talking about
apps, but then before that, with the sailor thing, what led this whole thing was we were talking about other things. Like, as I said, I want to live many lifetimes in this life.
Yes.
So another fantasy of mine. This is kind of a retirement idea.
Whoa, you get to retire? This is America. You get to retire?
Okay.
That's
I will
bougie.
say I have,
that is so bougie.
No, you're right. Like, I feel like I have kind of fallen into hustle culture. Into hustle culture a little bit. I've just always been a very ambitious person. So like I've had it's been something I've been working on, of like relaxing and napping and sleeping in without feeling guilty. Like that's something I've had to be like, this is okay. Like you can do this. Because my inner voice is really mean when I do that.
Oh my!
They're like, you're a lazy piece of shit. You know, all of that fun stuff. So
I know that pain all too well.
I've had to actively work on that. But so anyways, I don't know why I got on that. But
Because I was giving you shit about retiring.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So one of my ideas when I'm like all settled and maybe I have multiple properties, who knows? But I want to get like a farmhouse, a 2-story farmhouse, somewhere secluded, maybe on the way to Morro Bay. Ideally, because I passed a lot of farms when I drove there. I'm like, what if I lived in like a farmhouse near the seaside? That way I could be a sailor. And when I'm not sailing, what I would love is to have a flower farm. Because I love flowers. Like I do my own flower arrangements and I get them at the farmer's market. And I make them all. They make me happy. I like coming home to them. I love flowers. So I was like, what if I had my own flower? Like I'd hire people to run it for me, obviously. And I would have like a beautiful white, like grand piano in my farmhouse. And I would just wake up to this flower field. And I think that would be pretty sick.
And all the migrant workers working it.
And I could take my flowers to the farmer's market and I could sell them there. That sounds so cute for me, right? Yeah.
I think the fantasy sounds cute. The reality sounds maybe not so much.
Really? Why?
Well, just because like it's going to be a farm. There's going to be people working on it all the fucking time.
I'm providing jobs.
Right, but that is not like relaxing wake up.
What? They're being surrounded by flowers every day.
You still have to harvest them.
So, I mean, I would participate. It wouldn't all be on me, you know.
I'm just saying, like, that's not like being a farmer's never been like, oh yeah, that's the chillest job ever, being a farmer.
I suppose. Kind of. I don't know.
I mean, unless you're talking about like pre-Civil War South. And that's not allowed anymore, Scarlett. You can't own people.
Oh my God. I would never.
I'm sure there are some dudes that would volunteer to be owned by you right now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, seriously, it's like I'm the owner of this farmhouse and like I'm just sitting on my patio, like, I don't know, playing my guitar or playing the piano. Who wouldn't want to work for me?
Scarlett and her simp farm.
I think that sounds pretty sweet. I don't know. I told my parents about this and they're like, why wouldn't you grow like food, like something useful? You know, I'm like, my neighbors can do that, you know? Like someone's got to grow flowers. Right? Exactly. It's retirement. It's not like I'm doomsday prepping. This is a happy fantasy.
What, the doomsday's not happy for you?
No.
What, you don't want to see society fall?
I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
That's not a no.
I'm like, I think I'll just die if that happens. Like, do I need to survive through it? Like, I don't know.
But you could help rebuild society.
I guess that's a joke.
You could help rebuild society in your image. With your army of simps.
Flowers everywhere.
Scarlett, how would you rebuild society? What would society be based around if you were in charge?
I don't think I can answer that. I think that's out of my... No. I'm too tipsy for
What? What kind of questions are you asking me?
Gardening, that's like some... Oh, what would an ideal world be?
Oh, no, I'm just saying a world built by you.
A world built by me.
Yeah, like if you're just like, I can remake the world however the fuck I wanted. How would you remake it?
Well, there would have to be things that defy physics involved for it to be a perfect reality.
Like?
Okay, well, like if there was just, we didn't have to. Well, okay, here's the thing. It's like you could go the route of like food just grows by itself and you don't have to do anything.
It does.
That's a good point. It's only farming that is when we decided to get involved, you know? Like things just grow.
A good chunk of human history, it just grew.
It just grew. But farming is when civilization started.
Yeah, and we're doing so good. There could just be a lot less of us and we could just go back to being hunter-gatherers.
I'm okay with that. There's way too many people on this planet. For instance, I feel like this year, it's April Fool's Day, by the way, while we're recording this. So we're in month 4. I feel like I've been drinking more this year only because I guess I know more people now. There's so many fucking birthdays. Like I'm sorry. You were one of them.
I'm just like, I'm drinking more this year. Guess who she met this year?
Okay, but seriously.
She met me in
everyone's having
January.
Mansion parties and like there's just so many. There's events, obviously AVN. Like it's not just AVN and Expos though. There's just always something going on and like.
I'm just taking blame for it. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
I say this, but it's my birthday month now. So
what are we doing for your birthday?
I don't know yet. I'm going to celebrate the whole month. It's the first time I've ever done this. I'm the kind of person who hates planning my birthday. I like don't prepare for it. But I was like, you know what? Like I love myself. I was like, I'm going to celebrate all month. Celebrate all month. I'm going to Coachella for the first time.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You're on your way to basic.
Last year was Stagecoach. So that counts for something.
Oh, yeah, no.
I did Stagecoach first. Let it be known. That's
like sticking your toes into basic. And then Coachella, like...
Chris Stapleton sang on my birthday. That was pretty sweet. What was that face?
I was just trying to figure out who that is.
Yeah, no, it's funny. I didn't get into country music till after I moved out of Arizona. It just seems a little backwards, but...
It does, just a little.
Just a little bit. Yeah. I'm excited to see Lana Del Rey play.
Okay, that's rad.
Right? Okay, so you're a Lana fan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Lana fucking makes
Lana's
music.
Great.
I mean, they're going to take my metalhead card for this one, but...
That's fine. This isn't the 80s. You can like multiple genres at the same time.
To be fair, it's not the 90s, because in the 90s, that was...
It's like, you're either rock or you're disco.
Well, in the 90s, legitimately, like, if you tried to present something to me that wasn't metal, I was just like, no.
But you've opened your mind. I am a strong believer that there's good and bad music in every genre.
Well, and it's all subjective.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's one of those things where as I've gotten older, it's just like, just because I like something doesn't necessarily make it bad. It just means that it is not to my taste. Much like scotch. Like, I recognize it's good. True. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
And, you shouldn't shit on people's things.
No.
I mean, I do sometimes, but...
Same.
I try not to.
Yeah. You do you, boo.
As long as you're not inflicting it on me.
Yeah, as long as you're not forcing or, like, pressuring someone.
Will you go to a concert of, like, a musical genre that you are super not into for a significant other or, like, someone you're trying to date?
Short answer, yes, without skipping a beat, because that's just the kind of person I am. But honestly, there isn't a genre that I'd be like, I would never.
Okay, but there's got to be some individual acts that you'd be like, nah, that's not me.
I'm trying to think. That's a good question. Like, what is someone that I'd be like, ew?
They have to exist. There's got to be some.
There has to be.
There has to be some band or some artist you're just like, nah, that's not for me.
Okay, so growing up, I was kind of into like the punk rock kind of scene. I listened to emo music. I'm just gonna say it.
There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Did you know? Not a lot of people know this. Maybe some people do. Do you know what emo stands for?
Emotional?
Yes. Not everyone.
I thought that was a trick question. I'm like, you're asking me a trick question, right?
Not everyone knows that. Yes.
Did you have seen hair?
No, I wished I did. My mom would not let me, but I thought they were so cool. I thought they were like, I was like, wow, they're like so cool. No, I just had brown hair. I did dye. I wasn't allowed to dye all of my hair, but I could dye like just 2 streaks in the front. So I went purple was the first thing I did. And then I went blue, which turned green. And I kind of liked the green. Yeah. And then I dyed my tips, which was super cool when I was a teenager. So I dyed my hair black and then I dyed the tips blue. And then my mom has always had this idea that I would look really good blonde. I think she was going through her weird thing. She was like, I married a white guy. Like, why aren't you taller? Why don't you have blue eyes? There was some weird, like, she's going through her own, like, what do they call it?
Like life crisis?
Yeah, like whitewashing maybe got to her. I don't know, but I think she just really wanted me to be more white.
She just wanted an Aryan child.
Something like that. So, one day I was really jet lagged and sleep. I traveled a lot growing up with my family. I was just really jet lagged and sleep deprived, and I let her convince me to dye my hair blonde. But I had dyed my hair black before, and I had these blue tips. So basically, my roots, which they call it virgin hair, was like platinum. And then the middle part that was black was like brown. And then the tips were like about to fall off. So they tried to fix it and do all these things. It was a disaster. It looked horrible. So then I became a redhead. I went burgundy for a while. Then I went back to the black. And then I actually used to manage a hair salon. So I used to go blue-black all the time. And then I stopped working at the hair salon. And I've just had my natural hair color since for years. And then it wasn't until this last holiday season that I decided to add a little highlights. So not that you care, Matt, but this is my hair history.
Well, I'm just saying.
This is all my real hair.
Why are we not going back to blue-black?
I know. It's very tempting, trust me.
I mean, you're in an industry where you can.
Yes, it's not pink or purple or anything. I feel like because I'm naturally brown, it's warmer. Like, I guess I would look more goth with blue-black, which is fine. I do feel like this is a little more flattering on me.
I mean, you can just do it temporarily. Just tell Speegs this is a thing that's happening.
You don't know anything about hair color. Blue-black is not temporary, Matt.
It's hair. It's all temporary. It's temporary.
Yes, but I just mean it's hard to do anything else after that. It like stays in your hair. That's an option.
It is
an option. When I was 9, I cut my hair really short. I had I thought I was a rock star. And I got it out of my system at 9. So now I don't really have any interest in chopping all my hair off.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you don't have that interest in being a rock star now.
Oh, no. I'm going to be a rock star. Like, everyone tells me not to get tattoos because of my job. So I've decided I'm going to wait till I'm a rock star. Then I will get tattoos.
So I'm curious, what level of like musical success says, fuck porn, I'm out? Like, at what degree of musical success?
I think I'm going to do both.
Okay.
I'm going to do both. Why not? Yeah. I think if I got more momentum with music, I would probably just be more selective about the porn that I do. But it's so fun. I love doing like movies, especially like the features. I love a fun project, when you're not just like a stepdaughter. It's really fun to like actually act and be part of something.
Have dialogue
cool.
and
Yes, I like dialogue. I love acting. Actually, that was the first thing I wanted to be growing up when I was a kid. I wanted to be an actress. My little trick, like I would faint, like I'd pretend to pass out.
I know, you're on record saying that you're good at falling.
I'm very good at falling. I know it's so weird that I like have made a point to make that known, but I can just pass out on it. It doesn't matter. Like I did martial arts.
Please don't pass out.
I won't, but like I know how to fall without hurting myself.
I'm just saying, please,
so fun.
Please just don't pass out.
I won't.
I'm just like, well, cool. Cool.
No, that would be problematic. I wouldn't.
It would be. It definitely would be. Like, Jade, can you come get Scarlett? I don't know what to do about this. Like, have a passed out Scarlett in my apartment. Someone help. This looks all sorts of bad.
No.
So please don't.
I won't.
Appreciate that.
I'm almost done. How are you doing on that? Do you like it?
It's all right. I mean, it's not my favorite thing.
Okay. Well.
I also drank a glass of whiskey already.
Oh, okay. Nice. I need to catch up. I really want to try the Malört.
Oh, it'll happen. Don't worry. That is for the bonus content, though.
So is that at the end? Then?
It is.
Okay. I'll keep drinking my Vahirovka.
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to anything else on the bar, too.
So I would like to try your favorite whiskey.
I don't have any in stock.
Okay. Okay.
Been drinking Elijah Craig. It's kind of the house wine of it that we drink these days. It is a very good bottle for a very decent price point. My go-to, like my favorite whiskey, which sounds so shitty these days because everyone's discovered it, is W.L. Weller's Special Reserve.
Yeah.
And I really like W.L. Weller's Special Reserve because it used to be a $25 bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It is rejected Pappy Van Winkle. Do you know what Pappy is?
No. What do those words mean? It sounds serious.
So Pappy is like what bourbon drinkers like the holy grail for bourbon drinkers.
Okay,
like,
gotcha.
It retail Buffalo Trace only puts out like a handful of bottles a year because it's aged 10, 12, and 15 years.
Okay.
It retails for like $200 plus a bottle, but
what? You said it used to be 25?
Oh, no, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
So Pappy retails for $200 plus a bottle.
Pappy.
Yep. And then it gets gray marketed by everybody for usually $1,000 to $2,000 a bottle.
Jesus.
What Weller is rejected Pappy. It's like, this doesn't quite make the cut to become Pappy. It's the same mash barrels. It's only, the green label's only aged 7 years.
Okay.
But it has a different name. It used to be readily available, $25 a bottle. Fucking delicious weeded bourbon. Yeah. No one knew about it. Then everyone fucking discovered it and realized what it was. And now Buffalo Trace only puts it out on consignment, so that's in limited release. And it's fucking $100 a bottle in LA. If you can, if you can find it.
Wow.
I kick myself so hard because the Walgreens over at Sunset and Vine had a deal with Buffalo Trace, and they used to just have shelves of it for like $25 a bottle. And I just took it for granted. I'd buy a bottle or two, when I felt like it.
Yeah.
And then one day, they changed liquor managers who didn't have a deal with Buffalo Trace anymore. And that was a very bittersweet day because they decided that they didn't want to stock a lot of whiskeys anymore. So they had a mad clearance sale on whiskey. Like,
okay.
I walked out of there with like probably about $600 worth of whiskey for about $100. But that was the end of the supply that they were getting. Wow. Like, they then turned into like basic bitch whiskeys all the time. Like,
basic bitch. What's a basic
Jack Daniels?
Whiskey? Of course, yeah.
Beam Jack Daniels. Very common shit.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I could have just had it. Like, I was down in Austin, that was a couple of years ago at this point, walked into some random mom and pop liquor store, and every time I walk into a mom and pop, it's like, do you happen to have WOLA Special Reserve? And they're like, oh yeah, we got a handle of it. I'm like, how much? They're like, 44. I'm like, fucking, they're selling it at retail prices. Put my bag overweight with it, but
worth it.
Sort of. It made it become like a fucking $100 bottle, but worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like in LA, you're not getting a fifth for under $100.
No. So. I brought back a lot of Vahirovka from Prague.
Is it different here than it is there?
No, I think it's the same. Although, what kind of airline did I fly? I flew like not a regular airline. It was like Swedish, some kind of airline I'd never been on. They charged me like almost $1,000 for an overweight bag. It was more than my fucking ticket.
Why didn't you just go grab a second bag real quick?
I don't know if it would have been that much cheaper, but maybe I should have. I had 2 bags already.
Oh.
I had 2 bags already. Yeah, but I brought back quite a bit of Vahirovka. And also, at the time, I didn't swear off vodka like I have now. So I brought back some vodka too. But I also went shopping and,
Why have you sworn off vodka?
Like, no, nothing like crazy. I don't believe there's you. Really a story.
I do not believe you. No one swears off an alcohol without.
Not like I've like, okay, within the past week, actually, I think I had a seltzer or something that had vodka.
That doesn't count.
I don't like vodka. I just, if it's vodka or tequila, I'll do tequila any day. I think vodka just reminds me of being like a teenager, like I just don't like the smell. Like, I don't like anything about it.
Did you ever have like a bad, like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick on vodka night?
Not really. It just one day I was like, you know what? I prefer everything else but vodka. Like gin. I like gin.
Vodka with juniper.
Yeah, but it's not vodka.
Fair. I will rarely drink vodka. I, for years, swore it off.
It's never the first choice.
Well, and it's always like vodka cocktails. I'm never like, oh yeah, I'm going to have a
Just vodka straight.
Yeah.
Which other alcohol I drink straight, but vodka, fuck that.
No, it's like, oh, well, I want a Moscow Mule or.
Sure. Which you can have with gin. Kind of.
I mean, you can make ginger beer, lime, and any alcohol.
Yes, yeah.
But that sounds horrible.
Really?
Yeah. Like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I just don't like vodka. But then I've heard like some Scandinavian people that like you just haven't had a good vodka. Like it's supposed to be smooth, whatever the fuck. But I'm like, whatever. I live in America, so.
Well, I also think that's propaganda.
Yeah,
they're just lying to you.
I believe that. I'm compelled to believe that.
They're just like, no, you haven't.
You just haven't tasted.
We have a diet of pickled fish.
Pickled fish.
A lot of Scandinavians eat like.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
I would totally try that. I like pickled things, but how do you feel about like pickled things? Do you like pickles?
I do actually. Yo, when you live on a diet of like pickled fish and other weird Scandinavian foods, like, oh yeah, this is great vodka.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just talking shit. I actually had really good meals when I was in Finland. So,
Oh, I've been to Finland.
have you?
You know what's so random? So like I do music under a different name and everything, but for some reason I have a following in Finland. They love me there. I don't know why.
So why do you do music under a different name?
So I guess music is something I've been passionate about and wanted to do like forever, whereas porn is something I happened upon, which I love porn. But for me to attach like my porn name to something
I
as
love
like
that you had to go, I love porn. I swear I love it.
I love you guys.
Please hire me. I love you. I love you.
Not to see anyone. No, I love my
Figs, I love this.
It's just it's just different. It's just, like music has been everything for me since I was a child. Porn is awesome and fun and new, but Scarlett Alexis, I literally came up with like in minutes. I was like, Scarlett Johansson's hot. I've always felt like I look like an Alexis, and bam. So for me to attach that name to music, I was like, I like the idea of having I'm fine with having multiple personas,
Well, but the thing about it is like, porn will give you so much more notoriety than like hustling through music will.
But I guess for me, it's a kind of a challenge. I'm like, let's see if I can start from the ground up without all of my porn following. Also, my music, and like, sure, anyone can listen to it. It's kind of girl music. So I'm like, do I want my music audience, like, will the people who jack off to me really enjoy my music?
I mean, does it matter if they spend?
What do you mean?
As
long as they listen to it, that's all that matters. But I don't know if they're gonna like.
But if they listen and spend money and generate revenue for you, why does it matter?
I guess so. It's not like I'm hiding it. Like tons of people.
Well, yeah, but like, why would you not
use it? Well, that's the thing. I just wanted a different name because, like I said, Scarlett Alexis is my porn name, and I came up with it randomly, and I just like the idea of having a different persona for music.
All right.
That's all there is to it. But I'm not like hiding it really.
My former record label like brain is just like, but that is so much marketing you're giving up.
Yes, but what's the audience? Is it people who are going to listen to?
I mean, as long as it generates streams and revenue,
that's all that matters. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I do promote it subconsciously. But I use it in my stories sometimes. But
it's also one of those things where like feeding the algorithm, because like if a bunch of horny dudes fucking say you post a video on YouTube, if a bunch of horny dudes fucking flock to it just to see you, just whatever, it will be pushed to more people.
I do get what you're saying. But
I'm also.
I could do that.
You could. You also don't have to listen to me. I was a suit at one point, so like. I owned a record label for a little while.
Okay. I guess for me, it's also a little bit of a challenge to be like, let's see if I can make it.
Why do things the hard way?
I don't know. I'm a little bit of a masochist. Very slightly.
Okay. Someone who's like, I'm very aware I have a finite time on this planet. I have to live life to its fullest. I'm going to do things slow.
Here's another thing. Okay. Unfortunate as it is, obviously I don't agree with this, but people in the music industry may not also take you quite as seriously. Coming from porn.
Yeah, but you're one Google image search away from being.
Yeah, they're gonna find out.
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't expect like I said. I don't think I'm joining porn in the first place. I joined realizing like everyone I know is gonna find out at some point. I don't expect to hide anything about.
No, you can't.
And I embrace my career because I like it. But yeah, I don't know.
And plenty of performers have gone on to very successful music careers.
Plenty is an interesting choice of word.
A handful?
That's more accurate.
Okay.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of porn people who have tried to do music. No specific names are coming to mind, but that aren't necessarily very talented. I say this because I've been to multiple top studios in Hollywood, and they're like, oh, you're a porn girl. Oh, wow, your music is actually good, because the last porn girl who was here...
Well, yeah, because studios will record you if you have money. They don't care how talented or untalented you are. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, if you could pay for studio time...
I like to know that I can just pave my own way without porn attached, because that, like, realistically, I hate it. But realistically, it may not be as much of a push as you think it is.
Yes, it could hurt you, because you're definitely not going to ever be in Walmart.
I'm gonna like come back here 10 years from now, and I'm gonna be in fucking Walmart.
I love that you think I'm going to be alive in 10 years. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm gonna come back with my Walmart CD.
Holy fuck. I will have been doing this show for 18 years at that point. Holy fuck. Like,
well, this could be a side gig with whatever else
that would be so
crazy
wild.
important thing you're doing.
That would be such a wild thing to be like.
Well, you enjoy doing this, don't you?
No, I hate every second of this.
Like, why would you stop? Even if you did other things, don't you think you would still keep doing this?
Can't you tell? I hate every moment of this. This is horrible.
You can do this in your 50s.
Is torture. Torture. Scott, I don't want to be here. Can't you tell?
Not at all. Okay, I'm going to pee.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you, you're welcome to pee whatever you want to.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Which tweets?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about that on air.
Oh, okay. You don't have to name names.
Oh, no. It'll be obvious. I'll talk shit. I'll talk shit off mic. And we're back. So I'm good at any point.
So are you a subtweeter, Matt?
Sometimes.
Really?
It happens. It's been known to happen.
Really?
Yeah. Generally my subtweets come about romantic entanglements.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I don't no. I directly mock people for like other shit. Sometimes I get in my feels and I say shit.
Okay, I get you. We've all been there. Kind of. No, I haven't really.
It's okay.
Okay. No, I don't judge.
We've had different life experiences.
Honestly,
it's okay, Scarlett.
I love it. Like, I love going on Twitter and seeing other people do that. I'm like, eating my popcorn while reading it. I try not to be that person. But if I do, it will be on there for like 3 minutes and then I'll delete it.
I almost delete nothing.
Really?
Oh yeah. I've had the same Twitter since 2009, and I really need to delete everything pre-2011.
Interesting. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, if it's about me and someone's subtweeting, I'm like, say it to my face, man. That's how I feel about it.
Well, yeah. As I said, like generally when I'm subtweeting, it's like, oh, this thing, upset me, disappoint me, whatever, and like I'm not gonna be like, so this chick, did something, whatever.
I see. It's more like
it's more like me just venting it out into the world.
Sure, yeah, but do you journal?
No, that's what my Twitter is, especially pre 2011.
Exactly.
Pre 2011, I literally had a friend of mine be like, "Well, this is Matt's shitty journal." I really need to delete everything pre 2011. Please don't go back there. It's a dark, fucking weird civilian time.
Everyone after this body, they're gonna look at your pre 2011.
Yeah, mostly me talking shit about coworkers.
Yeah. So then you would have been in your 30s,
Mm.
and you were still doing this because you've been doing this for 15 years.
So no, I got into adult in late 2010, early 2011. So.
Okay. So
and there's definitely still some cringy fucking tweets from post getting into adult. Don't get me wrong. But there were a lot more cringy tweets when I was just a civilian.
Okay.
A lot more cringy.
Why?
Because I was drinking a lot. Like I was just...
A lot of whiskey.
Oh, yeah. Because when I was still living in Chicago...
A lot of Elijah. I forgot. I was actually going to drink some of that.
Well, I can get you a second glass.
I would love that.
Oh, but, okay.
Thank you.
You should have done that while you were up. Hold, please.
Hold. You know what? I don't have real glasses, like cups. I have glasses, but I don't have cups at my apartment. I just have mason jars.
Nothing wrong with it.
No. All right, Elijah, here I come.
But no, those were still my Jack and Coke days.
Okay. Oh, when you were a basic bitch?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
So when did you stop being a basic bitch, Matt?
When I moved to the West Coast and I was like, I am drinking way too much soda.
Yeah, that's a great benefit, too, of drinking alcohol neat. First of all, no hangover. For me, at least. I don't know.
I don't get hungover.
Yeah, I feel like sugar is what gets you sick. Yeah, less calories.
Oh, yeah, no. 100%. As much as, like, I am not in the best shape I've ever been in my life. I switched over to drinking whiskey rocks just for, like, the caloric benefit of it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not a soda drinker. So it used to be I'd only drink sodas if I'd mix it with my alcohol, and then I just went neat, and I was like, there you go.
See, she's more hardcore than I am. I drink whiskey on the rocks.
Okay, occasionally. If I'm trying to not be an old man, But if I'm trying not to be an old man, I'm usually drinking tequila.
Like, that's your woo girl drink?
My woo girl drink. But I take shots, I don't drink it. Okay, actually, that's a lie. Lately, because with the thing with shots is that I don't have something to sip on like everyone else. I remember one time I was like, I got like 2 shots for myself because I was like, whatever. And I was like, I had to go to the bathroom. I was like, will you guard my shot?
No, that's what you just knock it back.
Occasionally, I'll get like a tequila soda just to have something to sip on.
Just knock.
But that's not like a Coke or like, it's.
That's why you just get a soda back.
A what?
A soda back.
What the fuck is that?
Just a soda and like
a soda back. What do you?
Yeah.
Why am I not computing? Like a soda and your.
Yeah, like you get a shot.
Oh.
When you order it from the bar, you like. It's like saying, "I want ice." It's on the rocks. If you want it in a separate glass, it's a back.
Oh, I had no idea. This is news to me. Wow.
Well, this is an educational show.
Very educational. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, because you could even order a rocks back so that like ice isn't in the same cup.
Oh, why not just get water?
You can get a water back.
What do you do with just ice?
You take so you do that if you think the bartender's going to overfill your glass with ice.
Oh, so you get to pick your ice distribution.
Yeah.
Okay. I could ask for like a single ice cube also.
You could.
Some places they don't let you drink alcohol neat. Actually, Stagecoach was a prime example because they're worried you're going to get dehydrated and get off.
But they'll sell you shots, I'm sure.
Yeah, assholes. Like, that's such a double standard.
Right. Okay. Can I get a shot of whatever in a bigger cup?
Wow. That's just blew my mind.
That's all you got to do in those situations.
I'm like, this is so stupid. They're like, yeah, we're not allowed.
The bartenders know it's stupid too. Just like, yo, can I get a...
Just be like, can I have my ice separate?
Yeah, just can I get an ice back? Yeah, or can I get my shot in a bigger cup? And then just fucking sip on it. Like,
yeah.
The bartenders know it's stupid too. You just have to phrase it correctly.
You never get mad. It's just their job.
Right.
It's like policy. They didn't come up with the policies. Be nice to your servers and your bartenders. It's not their fault.
Definitely not. And that's why you just game it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's really stupid, but it's not your fault.
It's mad stupid. Mad stupid.
Oh. So how's your love life, Matt?
We haven't even really touched on yours.
No, we don't have to.
My audience, A, has heard about mine a fair amount.
Really?
And B...
Well, you're tweeting about it.
Not recently.
Kidding.
Not recently. And I'm sure they're much more interested in your love life. I'll talk about it. I have no shame in it. I have zero shame in it. Oh, what? Actually, I'll put this out to you. I'll pose this question to you as a performer. So, like, tomorrow night, I'm hanging out with a performer who, like, we've messed around a little bit with flirtation. We've never actually hooked up.
Okay. Do I know that? Have I met this person?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who you know. And I was like, because we have plans tomorrow night. And I was just like, should I hit TTS before we hang out on Tuesday?
You should.
Well, no, I just flat out asked her. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not going to, because I normally go get tested from county. I'm not a performer. I don't have to get a 2-week test. Like, I go get tested for free at county. I'm not dropping the cash on a panel test if I don't need to.
Sure, I feel that.
So I'm like, but
like you have pretty good like sex like hygiene. Like
I get tested.
I mean, like you get tested like a safe amount.
Yeah, I get tested on the regular. But like I understand, like if I'm hooking up with a performer, like it's just courteous of me to have a real test. Yes. And I'm like, should I go get tested? And she's just like, let me get back to you. I'm like, that's a fucking no.
She said, let me get back to you.
Yeah.
But you literally asked. She could just be like yes or no. Like she could have just given you her answer.
She did. I mean, that's a no. The minute I'm like,
okay, let me get back to you. Okay, if I really cared, I'll just be like, yeah, get fucking tested. Or I'd be like, I don't care. Why? What's with the weight? What does the weight do for you? She had to think about it.
Yeah, like, and if you have to think about it, that's a no.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's like if you tell me like you're the only person I've been with and I'm clean prior to that, then.
But I'm not.
So get tested, Matt.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
do it anyway.
Well, I'm gonna get tested anyways. But once again, I don't need to get rushed.
You got tested today?
No, I didn't. But I don't need to get fucking rushed results and like drop $200.
No.
But like,
so where do you go?
Like just LA County, like LA County.
LA County.
Like the county has free clinics.
What do you like the hospital?
Like the LA County like medical centers.
Oh, okay.
Like you just fucking make an appointment and you show up, but it takes generally like a week to get your results.
You can wait a week to get laid, right, Matt?
Well, yeah, I'm probably not going to see her. Like she doesn't live in town, so.
Oh, where does she live? Vegas?
I'm not calling that out. Not calling that out. I mean, there are probably going to be pictures of us on social media tomorrow night, so it's like.
Oh.
I'm assuming, but.
That's okay. How do you feel about like when I like someone? I'm like a little hesitant to like bust out the camera.
I mean, but we both have shit to promote.
Okay, got it.
Like,
there's a reason.
Yeah,
that isn't so forward. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not like a obviously not a relationship.
It's like
test.
I just really want a picture of us together.
Yeah, it's not a relationship test thing. It's a promote our shit thing.
Got it.
Like, well, and obviously that like. You said it right there. It's like if there's hesitation, it's
yeah. Well, good on you for recognizing that, for being smart enough to recognize that.
And like this was never going to be like a real romantic entanglement. This was going to be like,
okay,
she doesn't live in town. She has an open relationship with her husband.
Okay,
like
gotcha.
This was going to be like, we're hanging out anyways. We've talked about this. We've messed around a little bit.
Okay. I see.
But
that's chill.
Yeah, it's chill.
That's chill.
Like, I'm not upset. I'm down to hang out and have fun tomorrow night either way.
Tomorrow night. Wow, big night for you tomorrow, Matt.
I guess.
Let's see. What day is it tomorrow? I have no track of time.
I'm certainly
Tuesday?
Not. Yes, I am certainly not getting laid on Tuesday.
Why not? What's wrong with getting laid on a Tuesday?
Oh, no. I want to get laid on a Tuesday.
Obviously. I want to get laid on a Tuesday.
I don't think you would have that difficulty.
No, I'm getting laid. I'm working myself.
Well, yeah, but like getting laid on set's not getting laid.
You're right, but I got to pick my performers.
That's still not getting laid. That's still not like someone who's like, hey, I'm legitimately into you. I would like to, have sex with you because I think you're a cool person.
You're right. That is totally different.
Yeah.
But I like to think I have the odds in my favor for that as well.
Well, I think you do too. But when's the last time you got laid off set?
Let's see. Today is, I don't know what day. Probably like 2 days ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You're doing fine.
I'm doing great. Honestly, so this is an interesting thing. I don't know that everyone has this privilege. And for sure, I didn't get to experience this for like a 6-month period because I was just fucking with the wrong person. But I think it's so important as a porn girl, performer, whatever, to have sex outside of work. Like, it's so healthy. You should probably have sex outside of just a camera filming you saying, you're this person today, do these positions.
Well, and even
so necessary.
I think people should be doing it outside collabs too.
Yeah. Well, collab to me is work.
It is. Exactly, I 100% agree with you.
Outside of no cameras, doesn't matter what the fuck angles are. And also, you pick the person, you like the person.
You're making eye contact and shit.
Oh.
There might be times where like their bodies are rubbing against each other and like no one could see penetration if they were watching.
Yes, you just love every moment. So necessary. I went through a 6-month like what I don't know why what would you call that?
A drought.
A drought. I was thinking the Arctic.
6-month freeze.
Drought. I had the dread awful word situationship with someone who just decided to stop having sex with me. Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
No, exactly. Insanity. I mean, I'm an idiot for like sticking around that long, but
why did you stick around that long?
No, that's a great question. I'm stupid. Okay, so
No, besides stupidity, like were you caught up in your field?
I was caught up in my feels. I'm a romantic. I've decided. I finally have decided to stop fighting it. Like I just am. So
how does someone romance you?
How does someone romance me?
Yeah, like what are the romantic gestures you're looking for?
There's a lot of chance involved, but
there's a lot of chance in everything.
Okay, so if this is what I've realized about myself, The only time I can successfully have a purely casual hookup with no feelings is if there's like something or a few things about them that really annoy me. Like if I think they're like really fucking annoying, but they're a good lay, then I can hook up with no problem.
But how do you know they're a good lay before, if they're like, do you like, please stop talking, let's bang, and then you can find out if you annoy me or not? Like how does that work?
I don't know. Somehow it works. Like Either I've worked with them before and I know they're annoying, or maybe I haven't, and like maybe they're not even in the industry and I just know they're annoying, but maybe there's something there, or I'm just bored, or like, I don't know. But I'm kind of over that now.
You should be. Like, for someone who's, once again, like, I've almost died a couple times. Life's too short. You're like, I'm gonna hang out with dudes that annoy me.
Okay, but if it's a good lay, that's mission accomplished, right?
I mean, your vibrator's a good lay.
Yes, I love my Hitachi.
Right. Like, if you're just trying to get physical gratification, you could do that on your own, probably more successfully.
That's a good point, which is why I've learned. I'm growing. So I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
I totally understand if you're like, oh, I could use some fucking validation.
There's other. It's like, company. Well, I don't fucking know. It's
no. It's a very human.
I'm gonna hang out with, like, maybe you would never date them, but like you enjoy something about it for the time being. But
you're like, I can tolerate it for the dick.
It's like, I know that, like, it's not gonna last, and that's fine sometimes. And then after it's over, you're like, ew.
Why are you putting yourself through that?
Well, I'm not doing that anymore.
Well, good on you.
Well, like, obviously during, I'm not like, ew. It's just, I think that's just, I'm not I don't go back, like, ever. So, like, when I moved on, even if they're a great person, whatever, I'm just like, ew. Even if they're cute, I'm just like, ew.
Physical looks
I'm over it. Like, that's the thing. So for me, you have to have all the things.
Okay, what are all the things?
Obviously, I have to be attracted to you. I think that's super important.
Okay, what are you attracted to? What are you physically looking for in a
I don't
dude?
want to say that I have a certain type, but over time. Okay, so like I stay fit.
Right.
So I enjoy someone who also takes care of their body and is fit.
Right.
That alone is not enough at all. So they have to have a good personality. They have to be funny. Funny, I get a lot of bonus points. If you're funny, you get a lot of bonus points. Also,
this is how I succeed in life. So.
Exactly. Funny gets you a long way. I will look past many things.
Oh, no. Many women will. And I really, really appreciate that. My ability to talk has gotten me punching way above my weight class at times. And this is why, like, to sidetrack you a little bit, this is why I do fucking shit on dating apps. Because, like, I'm to be enjoyed in person.
Same.
Oh,
okay, whatever. But yeah, I mean, yes.
You are.
There's a better, you get it. It's better in person.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Everything about it.
I wholeheartedly agree. But everyone's,
I'm pretty good on the internet too.
Yeah, exactly. Your career's on the internet. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Once again, as stated earlier, you're pretty enough that you could be mid.
I could be mid. I don't even have, not that I ever try, but like I could just be bored. I could be like, I could just lay in bed
you're pretty enough to be basic. And, I'm very thankful that you're not, because it makes for a bad podcast. But.
You know what it is? At a young age, I always knew, like, for me personally, being pretty is not enough for me. I want to be the funny, I want to, like, be the interesting person. Like, but also I'm just very curious. So I would be bored of myself. Do you think boring people ever think about that?
No.
They must be so bored of themselves. Well, like, I love myself.
Scarlett, you got to remember, a lot of people are fucking stupid and don't possess self-awareness.
Yes.
So, I didn't mean to derail you. I was just we're going to go back to what you're looking for.
Back to what I'm looking for.
I was just making my point about being funny.
We established that they take care of their bodies. They're attractive to me. One thing specifically that I'm attracted to is a calm confidence. I love a calm guy. And also intelligence. Like, if you're interesting and intelligent, that's a plus for me too. Ambitious. I've realized I'm a very ambitious person, and I've dated people who were not so ambitious, and it just does not work out well.
Well, I'm curious on the ambition front, because there's a point where like, unless you come from money and like are wealthy, already successful, shit like that, shit's got to give to feed that ambition. Like I've definitely had some relationships fall to the wayside because I'm like, no, I have a show, I have to hustle, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like,
well, you have goals,
right?
That's ambition,
right. But I'm saying,
okay, what does ambition mean to me?
Well, no, not even what ambition means to you. How do you deal with two ambitious people in the same relationship? Like, how do you find time for each other? How, like,
okay, yeah. I think if you like care about each other, you just make time. Like, everyone's got to eat.
Well, yeah. for sure. But
I'm
like,
a big foodie.
It's one of those things where like,
okay, like, are they going to get in the way of your career?
Well, are they going to get in the way of your career? Are you going to get in the way of theirs? Are you going to resent them if they're like, babe, I'd love to see you tonight, but I have this thing to further my fucking ambitions?
I think at the end of the day, I'm a very understanding person. I would be like, okay.
Not everyone is.
Okay. Well, I think because I'm an ambitious person, I get it, you know?
I've dated some ambitious people who do not get it.
Really?
Well, I think
it's more of a codependency issue.
Well, I think it's a codependency issue. I also think it's a fucking ego issue where they're just like, what do you mean I'm not the most important thing you got going on?
Okay. They're like, where am I on the priority scheme of things?
Right. Like, what do you mean you got to do this thing? Why aren't you making me a priority? It's just like, well, this thing existed before you. And statistically, given my track record, it's going to exist after you.
That's a good point. Yeah, I would say I'm a pretty understanding person, so I would be cool with that. I'd be like, okay,
as long as just a rare gem.
Aw,
it's a rare fucking gem,
Matt.
Wow, that sounded insincere. Jeez. Sorry, I'll stop giving you compliments.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding with you.
Sorry.
The way that I see it is, I would like if I made that choice for myself, and it was like, I need to do this thing. We have to push this out. I would hope that they give me that as well. So I think if people just took the time to put themselves in those shoes, maybe they'd
people lack awareness.
Awareness. Yeah. Awareness is an important thing.
It is.
Yeah.
People just get all up in their feels and their ego and all that shit.
Ego. Yeah. Everyone has one though.
I'm happy I'm an older dude now because it's just like when shit, someone's not communicative. I've been drinking and shit like that. A lot of times it's like, oh, in my youth, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? Like, why aren't they? And then
why aren't they communicating
or whatever's going? And then like, as an older dude, it's just like, nah, that probably has nothing to do with me.
That's my famous line this week. So a friend of mine has been going through something with this girl he used to see, and he's just going on and on about it. And me and my best friend are there. Avery Black. Shout out to her. What was that? There was a beep.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
And I just blurted it out without skipping a beat. I was like, it's not about you. And it's not. Everyone is the way they are for reasons way beyond you. Way beyond you.
Well, and good on you for knowing that at fucking 25.
Thank you.
Seriously, like that. I don't know if that came out sarcastic or not.
No,
like, legitimately good on you for knowing
you.
that at 25.
I appreciate that.
Because, like, I don't think I knew that shit at 25. At 25, it's just like, what the fuck? What's going on?
It's not about you. Yeah. I don't know. I think I focus on like what I want to do with my life, and well, also I've always had an interest in psychology. That's always been like something that I just research on my own time for fun.
Wait a minute, are you psychoanalyzing me during this show?
No, I'm here to have fun, Matt.
That might be fun for you. I don't know.
It could. Maybe subconsciously. I'll just like think about it later.
I mean, you're already dreaming about me, so that's weird.
Okay, I feel like I need to give a little backstory to those dreams. So last night, like my parents are traveling through town. They're like, we're gonna like come to our hotel at this time. I'm like waiting for them to land. I had a long day recording in the music studio. Sleep deprived. Was up writing till I had a 12-hour day on a porn set. Got home at 12:30 p.m. Then I was like, fuck, I have a studio day tomorrow. I need to finish writing this song, 2 songs, whatever the fuck. I was up till 4:30 in the morning because I had to decompress first. And then I just fell asleep in my clothes and my makeup. And I was like, fuck. Went to the studio, had a great session, killed it. Got home, so tired, waiting for my parents to land. I'm watching this Nicolas Cage movie about dreaming. he like appear. I forget the name of the movie, but he appears in these people's dreams. I will tell you, his character is so unsettling. It's just he's so awkward in like a really disturbing way. Okay, and I've been a Nick Cage fan, but like it was a weird movie. I got almost through the whole movie. I fall asleep, not planning on falling asleep. I fall asleep. And I know I had weird dreams. Like, I don't remember what they were. My dad calls me. He's like, hey, where are you? Are you here? I'm like, I just woke up. Like, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I feel off, weird. I'm like, what the fuck did Nick Cage do to me in my dreams? Yeah, and ever since then, I overslept today. I've just been in a weird dream funk. I don't know what's going on.
I understand. Nick Cage made you dream of me. Okay. Thanks, Nick.
So, like, do you dream? Like, I'm actually interested in like,
I
that kind of thing.
I had a horrible fucking dream the other day.
Really? Maybe it's in the air. Like, there was a season.
Oh, whoa! Dreaming about having pizza with me is a horrible dream. What the fuck?
No.
What the fuck, Scarlett? What the fuck?
That part
That's
of
so
the dream
fucked
was
up.
great.
That's so fucked up.
No, honestly,
so
the dreams were fine. I just overslept, and that stresses me out. But no, the pizza was definitely a good part of the dream.
That mid pizza good. I see where I rank. Somewhere below pizza.
I think other things happened. I always forget the weird shit, you know? It's like that's the part your brain wants to block out.
I've had a couple meetings with people in the UK like in the last week. So it's like the calls start at 2 a.m.
Oh, okay. What's your sleep schedule like?
Oh, it's fucked.
Okay, same.
It's absolutely fucked. But
I try constantly, and it's just always fucked.
I generally don't go to bed till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning most nights. But it's like on a call with one of the nights till 3:30, 4 a.m. And then like the minute I got off the call, like decompress. Like I'm not like immediately going to bed.
Yeah, you have to.
And I fucking had to set an alarm for something. Oh, yeah. I had to set an alarm because fucking maintenance was coming to work on my oven in the morning. So when the alarm went off, like I just so fucking weird. Like I don't remember the situation. I just had a fucking dream where I was ground and pounding my fucking father. Like just
you were what?
I was fighting my father. Like like it's an MMA term. And
do you have daddy problems, Matthew?
I mean, he's dead. So like he's dead.
Well, you could still have daddy.
Oh yeah, no, we did not have a good relationship. So it was just like he's been dead 7 years, and it's just like
wow. So he visited you in the afterlife.
And I was beating the shit out of him.
Beat the shit out of you. He showed up. Maybe for once. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh no. It would have been better if he wasn't around. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it was just like, what the fuck?
Apology.
Yeah, it was just like, what the fuck?
So you're fighting your dad. This is very like I don't know, Zeus and
I don't know. It was just a weird dream, especially because like as the alarm was going off, I remember like waking up and being like punching him, but not feeling the impact of my knuckles. Like were you actually very weird
dream kind of shit.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah,
but it was just like I don't always remember my dreams, but like that one was just like
significant.
Yeah, it was. Well, I also like part of the reason I remember it now is because like I texted Megan about it. It was just like I just had the most fucked up dream.
I do that to Avery.
Yeah, it was just like that was fucked up. Like my alarm just went off right at the right time. That was fucked.
Yeah, and does it kind of affect like how do you cope with that? Does it affect the rest of your day?
That one did. Like a lot of times
Sometimes
I'll have weird dreams like about former partners or shit like that. It was just like I get past them. That one was just like what the fuck? What the fuck, brain?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I get those. I get weird dreams. I have dreams sometimes that my teeth are falling out. Do you get those?
No, that's a death dream.
I hear it's stress. What do you mean death?
Well, like you're thinking about mortality, like
sure. Well, I have thought about mortality.
Well, yeah. You faced it more than most people.
I faced mortality at this young age.
Oh no, at 24, like
did you ever think about death?
Yes and no. Okay. I mean, I think about it all the time. I'm actually a bit of a thanophobe.
What's that?
Being afraid of dying.
Okay, what is Thanos. Is that has
Like-
to do with Thanos, doesn't it?
Well, yes, that's where
What
the
does
name Thanos.
mean?
That's
Right,
where the
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the name Thanos
Yeah.
comes from.
Afraid of dying.
Yeah.
So you're afraid to die.
Oh, fuck yes.
Okay.
Which should be reflected better in my lifestyle, but it's not. Because
You're afraid to die. What is it about death?
the uncertainty, absolutely.
Uncertainty.
Like just
What are you worried about? Well, I don't know what your upbringing was. Is hell a factor?
no. It's just I just can't wrap my brain around non-existence.
Everything being gone.
Yeah, just complete non-existence. I don't think this is the whole show. I'm an atheist. Like,
Okay.
I don't think there's shit beyond this.
Okay, got it.
So like, hell is a little more comforting than nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because like, I've experienced pain in my life. I've experienced all sorts of torment. Like not all. Wow, that was dramatic. That was dramatic. I've experienced all sorts of torment. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. No, but I've experienced
It's part of the human experience.
Yeah, I've experienced the negative parts of the human existence in my life.
Yes.
Like, if that was to go on forever, I mean, that would suck. But that's better than
nothing.
Absolutely
You're
fucking.
scared of nothingness.
Yeah.
Even though you understand if you're nothing, you won't give a fuck.
Yes.
It's still scary.
It is.
Because you're like, I won't be here.
Yeah.
I get that.
No, and it is what it is.
Is what it is.
But I've also gone through like weird phases where it's just like acknowledge that, deal with that, and then like had a bunch of jobs where like I legitimately had a job for over a decade where I could get shot at.
What job was that?
I worked for an armored car company, like
A what?
like bank trucks, like the people that deliver money.
Bank trucks? Oh.
Like delivering money to a bank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How often did you ever experience being
Oh yeah, I've almost shot people a couple times.
Oh.
And I've had
fun.
I've had friends shot on the job. I've had like
Uh-huh.
I've had some friends who unfortunately killed some people on the job. Like
Wow.
I had a gun on my hip every fucking day for the better part of a decade.
So how often so how often would you be doing these things? Like driving with money?
Every day.
Every single day. Okay.
That was my job.
Out of every day, how often were these like stressful, life-threatening experiences?
Real ones?
Real? What do you mean real ones?
Okay, so I've talked about this on there before, but like statistically, armored car robberies are like a state, like people case trucks. They don't just like do it as a job.
They plan it.
Right, it's a planned job.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So you put on a little bit of theater for people.
Make a show out of it.
Right. Well, because if someone does something stupid, like I worked on ATMs a lot. So a lot of times, someone I completely know is not a threat would do something stupid like try to approach an ATM while I have it open.
Okay.
So I react in a very aggressive manner. Like gun out, start yelling at them.
So you own guns?
I do.
I'm from Arizona.
Yeah, you have a couple.
Cool. I don't. I want to.
I believe you. Well, if you want to go shooting,
let's make people think that.
If you want to go shooting sometime, I'm down.
Oh my god! Actually, yes. Like legit.
Oh yeah, no, that wasn't like a fake on-air offer. I'm happy to take you shooting sometime.
Like I'm gonna go in Arizona for a few days. I'm gonna go shooting.
Nice, but withdraw the weapon, like yell at people to turn around, shit like that. Because if anyone's watching, like that's not the guy. That is a guy who is aware of his situation, aware of his surroundings, and will act aggressively if tried.
Sure.
Because they're looking for people that aren't paying attention. They're looking for people that are just like complacent doing the job.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have pulled guns on a lot of people.
Wow. So again, how frequently though? Because this is a day-to-day thing. You're driving with a shit ton of money. Like how frequently are you getting
in the last couple of years I was working in Chicago, I was working in a pretty bad neighborhood.
Oh, this was in Chicago? Uh-huh. Okay, that again, that's some context there. Yeah.
I did it in Chicago. I did it in Vegas for a little while.
Okay, wow. Interesting.
So
and you're still here.
And I'm still here.
You're still here.
Thankfully I've never shot anyone.
Yeah.
And never actually been shot at.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. I feel like you have less opportunities to get shot at than I did.
That's a good point. Yeah.
But the amount of people like I pulled guns on and had to be aggressive with over the years, like especially when I was working Joliet, Illinois, which is a south suburb of Chicago. is where the state prison is not a great part of town.
I imagine.
It was like a weekly, if not a couple times a week thing where I'd have to fucking...
What?
Yeah. Just like... Yeah, it happened a bunch. A bunch.
Interesting. Dude, imagine actually like getting... So you've never been shot in your life?
Thankfully, no. Don't
imagine?
Please don't fix that.
No, I don't want to either.
Well, I meant
it
shoot
works
me.
both ways. Oh, I'm not going to shoot you. Why would I shoot you?
I don't know. Why would you shoot me?
I don't know. I like guns for a hobby, not for murder, just to make that clear.
Don't murder me. I mean, you could just maim me.
I'm not going to shoot you.
Can we get a pinky swear on that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Pinky swear. The cameras can't see it, but it's happening.
On camera.
Nope. It's okay. There now it is.
Okay. We have a pinky swear.
We're not going to ever shoot each other. So
oh no, I didn't pinky swear to that. I just pinky swear that you are going to shoot me.
Oh, so you might shoot me.
I hope not.
No, you won't. You won't. So like, okay, so a little story time.
I love story time.
Story time. I was 19, living in a mobile home in Arizona because I left my mansion for my family, and I was like, I'm gonna live on my own, right? Broke up with a boyfriend I was living with. He moved in with me. Anyways, we had a roommate. I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna name him.
Oh, his name isn't relevant. Don't, please.
Okay. So, like, I moved out because we broke up, and like the roommate was there, and I was like, fuck this. Like, you can live here. I hate this place. Like, whatever. I asked him to watch my cats because he was like, you've been a better friend to me than your boyfriend was. Like, I'll watch your cats while you figure out where you're gonna live. And then he switched, probably because of the guy. And he was like, if you step foot, I was like, I need to get more of my stuff. I need to get my cats. I was like, I'm going to take my cats. And he was like, if you come here, I legally can shoot you, is what he tells me. He tells me he can shoot me. And I'm like, bitch, I paid this last month's rent. You're literally living here because I paid the rent. So I was like, okay, I decided to file a police report only because I knew he would be scared because the police would contact him, whatever. He literally threatened to shoot me. I'm like, I'm not going to do nothing about that. Like, I know he's bullshitting me, but like, excuse me, you can't just do that.
No, definitely not.
No, absolutely not. So yeah, so the police call him, he freaks out, everything. I get my cats, I flip him off and everything because he literally told me he would shoot me.
Who would want to shoot you?
Apparently this guy.
No, he just wanted to make you feel small and threaten you.
Yeah, but then he felt scared. He almost pissed himself because the police called him and was like, oh, by the way.
Was he dumb enough to text you that he was going to shoot you?
When was this? Maybe. I think it was a phone call though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, yeah.
I was just like,
but the police had my side. The police were literally like, if you want to get your stuff, like, we'll come escort you. And I was like, I got this. I can handle him. I came, I grabbed my cats, and I said, fuck you. And every time I ran into him in town, because I come from a small town, I just flip him off. I was like, here's the thing. You mess with my cats, I'm going to come for you. Like, you don't fucking mess. Oh, because he threatened to, like, leave my cats outside. He was like, I'm going to just throw your cats outside. I was like, that's why I grabbed them. I was like,
what kind of fucking monster
I paid him to watch my cats because he was like, I'm your friend. And then he threatens to throw them outside and to shoot me. And I was like, fuck you. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to grab my cats and you can just go fuck off.
I mean, what kind of monster does that? Like, I don't care how mad I am at you.
My cats are angels. Like, why would you do that?
I don't care if your cats are the fucking devil. Like, they're fucking animals. They don't...
Animals, they don't...
I don't
know what's going on.
I mean, in worst case scenario, they're the fucking devil. I'm going to fucking put them in a shelter or some shit, not just like throw them in the streets.
No, I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so my tabby, she's 16. I've had her literally since I was a kid. I still have her. She's so healthy and thriving. She's been with me through everything. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what led that whole thing, but I guess that was the
one time you almost got shot at.
Yes. Or I was threatened to get shot at.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
But I knew he was bullshitting, but I just wanted to scare him.
No one who is legitimately looking to shoot somebody is going to threaten you over it. They're not going to like.
No one's like, by the way, I'm going to shoot you.
Because at the end of the day, the minute you threaten to shoot somebody, you're making it premeditated.
Yeah.
Like
idiots.
Well, stop living with idiots.
Well, I don't. Dude, I live alone. Once I moved to LA, it was the first time I've lived alone. I'm like getting all comfy here. It's wonderful. It's the best.
Oh no, Scarlett, you're getting comfortable. Oh no. Oh no. Now she's breaking stuff.
Living
How's the bourbon,
alone is great. It's great. I like it. The smell is almost a little sweet to me.
Yeah. Bourbon generally tends to be a little sweeter.
So tell me if you know, I'm sure you know, the difference between bourbon and whiskey in your face.
I mean, I appreciate that you just assume I know things.
That's why I give you the benefit of the doubt. I was like, if you don't, that's fine. I give you the option.
So bourbon is whiskey.
Yes, and so is scotch.
Right. So bourbon has to be at least 51% corn.
Corn, okay.
Yep. And aged for a minimum of 3 years.
Only 3?
Mm-hmm. Minimum.
Scotch is like 25.
Not for a minimum.
Is it?
No.
What is it? I'm going to Google this right now. I looked this up recently because I was like, what the fuck is the difference?
Well, I mean,
it is a whiskey. Scotch is a whiskey.
Scotch is a whiskey. It is Scotch whiskey. Okay. Scotch involves the peat and I forgot.
It's peaty? Okay.
Yeah.
What qualifies as a scotch? It must be made from malted barley, water, and yeast, and distilled. Okay, that's not what I'm asking.
No, that is the answer.
Yes, I mean it is. Yes. Okay, what is scotch aged? Because there is a minimum for scotch. That's what I want to know. Oh, okay, it's 3 years. Why did I think it was so much more?
Because the expensive ones are much longer.
Okay, so my scotch, if anyone wants to know, is the Johnny Walker Black Label.
Really? Just Johnny Black?
Why? You have something against fucking Johnny?
Yeah, it's scotch. I don't like it.
Well, you're not a scotch drinker.
Yeah, but...
Okay, aged. Okay, so it's aged for 12 years.
Johnny Black?
Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
No.
That's what the internet say.
No, there's no way Johnny Walker Black.
Yes.
Black Label's like...
Minimum of 12 years. In your face, Matt.
Oh, wait a minute.
He has the laptop out. He's doing his research, and I'm going to prove him right.
Oh, no, I believe you.
You believe me. Oh.
Hold on. We're going to the official Johnny Walker website.
Okay. I feel pretty confident.
I mean, you just Googled it. You should.
I did.
No, it is 12. Okay.
It's 12 years. Okay. Well, I mean, generally, scotch is aged longer than most whiskeys, is my understanding of it.
Fair.
Which is whatever. Like, so what if it's not aged as long? But why do I think that's cool?
Oh, I'm thinking Johnny Red and Johnny Green, which are...
green, okay, remind me, is green or blue above?
Blue's above black.
Blue's the best, right?
Yeah, blue's the $125 bottle.
Okay. I actually just recently discovered this. I was out with a friend. And this Indian guy named Dev, I want to say, was like telling me about this. He also told me about his skincare routine.
Yeah, because it's red.
I'm so curious to see what clips you pull from this.
Okay, so actually green's above black as well.
Green's above black. Oh, yeah. I know black is not the top. So the green's above black. Blue's the highest, though. Is that right?
Yes. So it goes...
Blue would be the highest. I love the color blue.
Johnny Red, Johnny Black, Johnny Black, double black.
Oh, there's a double black?
Yep. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Green, gold, platinum, then blue. Gold. It's weird that blue's above platinum.
Green, blue, platinum...
No, it's...
Wait.
So black, double black, green, gold, platinum, blue.
Oh, so blue's above platinum.
Which is weird to me.
Holy
fuck, blue's gotten expensive. It's $190 to $260 a bottle.
Wow. I don't remember how much the black label is. I'm kind of bad in general of knowing, like remembering how much things
cost. I hope you stay successful forever.
I save. I buy what I want.
Well, and that's honestly, it should be goals in life. Like,
That is financial security.
100%. Like,
That's the goal.
and it's what's, unfortunately, through points in my life, turned me into a bit of a workaholic because it's just like,
Right?
I just want the thing. I'll just work more.
Exactly. You want to build like the life you want. You want the luxuries. So what is luxury to you, Matt Slayer?
Ability to just,
Financial freedom, right? I feel like that's the only answer.
Yes, but like, my financial freedom is not that bougie. Like, I want to be able to go out to a restaurant or go run up a bar tab without thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to travel on a whim.
That's
That's about it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, my goal in life has always been to do something I don't hate.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problems putting in work. And I understand, like, being a content creator is work.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get into this because this is going to be easy money or any shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Believe me,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. But I don't hate it. Like, I've done a bunch of jobs in my life where I fucking hated them. Like, every day was just like, I don't want to go do that.
I always start liking it, and then it's like you reach your point where you're like, ugh, it gets tired. It gets boring.
Well, yeah, that
repetitive.
Well, and that's been the plus side of like doing. As much as I hated the armored car gig for a lot of things, it was stimulating to a degree because it's like, okay, well, every day there's a sense of potential danger.
Yeah. That's exciting.
It wasn't.
Sure.
You definitely grow numb to it to a degree.
Yeah.
But the route, what the interactions you have to have with people changes up just enough to keep it novel.
Mm-hmm. Novelty.
Yeah, like it's just like, okay, there's still some novelty to this shit.
Yeah.
Like, how much coin am I going to have to fucking deliver today? Like, who am I working with? Because there's two of us in the truck.
So did you have your bestie, like, coworker?
Yeah.
Everyone does, right?
Well, like, I was notoriously hard to work with.
Why? What'd you do, Matt?
Oh, I was a fucking terrorist.
Why?
Well, because, okay. For a number of years on the job, they paid us X amount of money per stop instead of an hourly. So, like, part of my craziness was, I'm here to maximize my dollars per hour.
Okay, sure.
If you couldn't keep up with the pace I needed to keep to make my ideal dollars per hour, you heard about it.
Okay.
I was
fair enough.
Not nice.
You're just like, give me my money, bitch.
Right. Like, if you were slowing me down, you are costing me money.
Yeah, facts.
I was not nice about it.
Okay.
Like, very much not nice about it.
Well, this is like your employer that you would have to complain about, right?
Well, it's two of us on a truck, and like I just wasn't shy about letting people know that they were fucking morons at times.
Sure. Understood.
And my employers tolerated my bullshit because I was very efficient at my job.
Yeah.
I probably should have been fired a bunch of times over. Like, in a sane place, the way I talk to some people, I should have been fired a bunch of times over.
Yeah.
Just yeah, I was just not. I was difficult to work with.
Uh-huh.
So I went through a handful of partners over the years, and like once they found people that could tolerate my bullshit for whatever reason, or work to a level that I was okay with, like was stuck with them for years at a time. Yeah. I mean, I literally threw a bag of quarters at someone.
I love that.
He did not.
Obviously. Wait. So you had a bag of quarters. What kind of packaging was this in? Was this
so banks shipped them out in like big plastic bags.
It was a big you just like
Well, okay. So our truck.
You attacked someone, Matt.
I didn't.
You assaulted someone.
I didn't mean to. I didn't throw the bag at him to hit him. I threw it at him to like get his attention.
Okay, sure.
So the truck we were operating out of the time, like if you open the back door, was completely open from the front to the where the driver sat. And the driver is expected to. I don't know. I'm telling old armor card stories. The driver is expected to like help you load like stuff in from the back of the truck, like cover you while you load the coin in. And my partner got a call from his wife while I had a cart full of coin, a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Like, he opens the door for me and then goes back to the front to fucking take the call from his wife. And I'm just like, yo, man, coin? And he gives me like one of these fingers. So I whip a bag of coin from the back of the truck to the front windshield.
Yeah.
And just start swearing at him.
Oh my God, you're crazy, man.
Oh, I was definitely crazy in those days. Absolutely crazy. There are a bunch of people who can attest to how crazy I was in those days. Absolutely fucking crazy. Like, that bank, we had like the bank in the strip mall, and then we had the drive up.
Which bank was this?
A Chase.
I'm with Chase.
That's a bad move.
So the people like transporting my money are like you.
Yeah. No. Chances are the people transporting your money are much dumber than me. But we had the drive up as well. So like, I get back I finish loading up. I get back in the truck. I'm just like, fuck you, dude. Like, you were supposed to fucking cover me. And he go like, we almost get into a fist fight like as we're driving across the parking lot. Like, it was just a bad, like, a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
A lot of crazy shit in those days. Like,
these days, how many years ago was this? Was this when you're in your 30s?
In my like, I started on that job when I was 22.
So like 20 years ago?
Yeah, like most of my 20s into my. By the time I was in my early 30s, I was in management.
So this is the 90s.
No, I'm not that old. Fuck.
Wait, but I'm 25. You said this was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's 2003.
Okay.
I started in 2003.
Early 2000s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, early 2000s.
Okay.
Not quite the 90s. Whew, fucking, I'm old. I ain't that old. Fuck.
Okay, you're off by like 8 years.
Those count.
True.
That's the difference between me being in my 40s and my 50s at this point.
That's a good point. That's
the difference between you being in your mid 20s and early 30s.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I was a fucking not an easy person to work with in those days.
Okay. Interesting.
I've chilled out a bunch.
You've chilled out.
Yeah.
What has contributed to you chilling out?
Age. Not. I also feel like in those days, though, very consciously was aware that like not invincible.
That's an important thing.
Subconsciously, probably felt a little too invincible.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, no, very aware that people get shot on this job, and shit like
whether you feel invincible or not, the outcome's the same.
Well, yeah, it's a delusion.
Might as well be a little deluded. I don't know. Be a little delulu.
There's
okay,
yes.
That wasn't the best piece of advice.
No. It legitimately is, because
if you have to do it anyway, why stress yourself out?
Well, you got to be a little. So there's a fine line between confidence and delusion.
That's a good point.
There's a fine line.
That's a really great point.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna think about that for a while.
No, dead serious. There is like,
yeah, because like confidence is like you're capable of this thing. Delusion is just
also you believe you're capable of this thing.
You also believe you're capable of this thing.
The confidence generally, hopefully, comes from a place of, oh, I can legitimately back this up. Delusion is just like, no. And there have definitely been times in my life where it's like, oh, no, my ego definitely wrote checks that like my skill and ability could not cash.
But then also, it's like sometimes the delusion pushes you to try things you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah, the faking it till you make it.
But then you're like, wow, I am capable of this. I had no idea because I was deluded enough to try it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's a fine line. Like, as much as people like to talk shit on social media and stuff, I date performers. I date models.
You do.
I do.
I don't know anything about your history.
You know a bunch of it. We've been talking about it at half the fucking show.
Okay, so you've dated models.
Well, performers. Y'all are models.
Kind of.
Yes, you're models.
In a way. We're not the same as like runway models.
Okay, I've never dated a runway model.
Okay, not
Oh.
to brag. I'm gonna totally brag right now.
Brag.
I was on my first fucking billboard in Hollywood.
I know, I saw that shit.
You did?
Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
But
I'm not a signed like actual model. I just do porn and I'm pretty, so technically I can model for like whatever.
What performers are like? Oh, modeling is part of it.
That's a good point. I will say, like, photographers like working with me because, like, apparently I know how to pose.
Well, that makes the job easy.
It does. That's what they say. They're like, "Wow, it's an easy day for me. This girl knows how to fucking pose." That's what they say. Like, okay, cool. And then I never get the pictures.
Well, stop posing for idiots then.
Well, no, it's hard to get pictures. It's like, even for companies, they just get weird about it. They're like, I don't know.
Well, you signed the release. They own that shit.
Exactly. They're like, I don't fucking care about you and your Instagram.
Well, if you want the stills I take tonight, I'm happy to send them to you.
You're taking stills?
At some point, yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Like, where? Here?
Where you're sitting, yes.
Oh, cool. I took a picture. I took a pretty fabulous picture right before we started, and I texted it to Matt. So that's something.
That's the thing. Proves I'm not a model.
He had his little camera.
Make it sound like it's a fucking toy. Your little camera. Oh, he's so cute with his little camera.
I have little cameras.
Why do you call them little?
Because they're cute. It's cute. I'm like, it's cute, and I'm staring at a headless person on your wall.
That you are. That you are.
I keep staring at it.
It's all good. But back to the delusional confidence. Like,
yes, delusional confidence.
It's like, if you had told me.
Fine line.
It's fine line. If you had told me in my teens or like even my early 20s that like, oh, yeah, I'd be romantically involved with a handful of porn stars in my life, I'd be like, what? What?
Is that a goal for you young dudes? Like,
no, but like there's a status symbol to it.
Sure.
Well, okay. Do you not think there is?
I get that. I'm just like, how many like young people are like in their minds? Is that like, does that occupy the mental space of young dudes? I'm not a man. I don't fucking know.
Well, okay. I think
because they're like, oh, is it just like they're hot and they're good at sex? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but okay. It's not anything to write home about, like, if you work with another performer. Like, because that's the job, right?
Yeah.
But there's something to write home about being like...
If you date them?
Yes. Okay, think about it. Think about it this way. And, like, this sounds fucking gross to boil it down like this. It really... Imagine, if you will.
I'm imagining.
You get to say, hey, this person who has potentially a lot of options.
Yes.
A lot of fucking options out there.
Potentially.
Is the object of many people's lust. Chose me.
Yeah, I get that.
And like, it's obviously much more complicated.
Something to it, yeah.
It's obviously much more complicated than that in real life. But on a very base level, that's cool.
It's a little bit of flex.
Yeah, it's definitely a flex.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is like...
They're fucking a bunch of people.
Well, that doesn't fucking matter.
Okay, cool.
If that matters, don't date performers.
Exactly. Okay.
That shit doesn't matter.
It's such a thing, though, of like people being like, oh, I don't want to date in the industry.
Well, okay. Like, I get that because like...
I get it too. But also... Just depends on it depends if you're a good match regardless.
Well, obviously.
Whatever the fuck you do.
Obviously, like, if all you have in common is porn, it's not going to work.
Also, yes, exactly. Also, it's kind of like you have to go out of your way to try to date someone out of the industry. Like, dating within the industry is kind of convenient.
It is and it isn't. Yeah. Because, like, if shit goes sideways...
Then you have to work with them.
Or, put them on their no list and then avoid them at fucking events.
Yeah.
And
I really get it, though.
it's just a complicated mess.
Yeah.
Because like, if you date outside the industry, you have to fucking find the magical civilian who's cool with everything.
Who's cool with everything, who's clean.
Ideally, they're just sleeping with you. So,
Yeah.
like, if you're actually involved, so you shouldn't have to worry about that part of it. Ideally.
Yeah, ideally.
Or, yeah, they're only sleeping with, people in an improved situation. So,
Mm-hmm.
but that they're, like, not possessive. They're not, like, they get that what you're doing is performative.
Yeah.
This is why I always suggest people should date people that are, behind the scenes in the industry. Just biased on that.
Like the PAs and stuff.
Yeah. Us industry adjacent folks that are,
Yeah, no, I full support of it. I have friends who like full on relationships with people on the back end of things.
Well, because like
I don't judge. It's like you find your person, you find your person.
Well,
it doesn't matter who
you should be judging.
Fuck no. It's like you find your person, you find your person. Whoever, whatever form that is, whatever job they do, like good on you. I think it's just awesome if you find someone you love. That's great.
Well, yeah, but you don't necessarily love them at first. But also, like, at least with the behind the scenes people, one, in most cases, they've been in the industry much longer than talent.
Yeah.
So they know what's up.
Yeah.
Two, they're not going to, get weird because they know what's up.
Yeah. They understand the industry. They understand what they're getting into as opposed to like a total civilian.
Right. They understand what they're getting into.
It's like the happy medium.
Right. And like you also don't have to worry about like if you have any jealousy issues of them performing with other people.
Unless they're shooting content.
But
whatever. Like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an example.
There are definitely
other people.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely performers who like it's okay if they get if they're performing with other people, but they're not so cool with their partners performing. It happens.
So I mean that is a double standard.
Yeah, but it happens.
It happens.
So I mean, it's just what it is. So purely biased. You should date people like me. People out there should date people like me because I understand. That didn't sound pandering at all. Not at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
But also, on the flip side, like, as someone who's dated performers, like, sometimes it's a little difficult.
I mean, of course. I totally get that. Like,
well, and I'm not like, and it's not even like the expected difficulty of like this person's performing. It's unexpected hurdles. Like, I've been involved with people who were just like, because I wasn't a performer, they'd had so many shit relationships with people that weren't performers. They were just waiting for me to like flip out about something that just never came, and it got weird.
People have their own like
that's about them.
Traumas, their own vulnerability issues. I will say, as a retired cool girl, very recently, as a retired cool girl, I'm finally like embracing my vulnerability, which has been very hard for me to do because you want to protect yourself, Well,
and you have to in this industry.
You have to. Okay, I think generally, like, I have a fucking guard, and I feel like that's good. That's good. It's like people have to kind of prove themselves. And it's like when you allow yourself, you're like, okay, I like this person. I want to try to be vulnerable. You allow that. You try. It's uncomfortable. You do it anyway. But aside from that, it's good to have a guard generally. Also, I come from a small town and then I moved to fucking LA. So I definitely built some walls specifically for that. And I think that's healthy. But when you really like someone, learning to like let down those walls, see what happens, and you might still get hurt. But like,
I mean, that's the nature of the beast. Even if you're both civilians, like
yes, generally this is just intimacy.
This
is just relationships, and it's a hard thing.
It is fucking difficult.
And yeah, just period.
100%.
Yeah.
At least for me personally, I also like my bullshit tolerance is so low. It's just like,
as I can imagine, like for me at my age, I can only imagine with where you're at in life.
Well, it's like, oh, hey, the girl I'm hanging out with tomorrow night, like, as I said, like
the married woman.
Yeah. Well, but it's still like, I knew there was nothing was gonna come of that long term in the first place. But
of course, yeah.
It's
you
just,
want a long term thing? Sorry, that's a little. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's fine. We're having a conversation. It's fine. With the right person, sure.
Okay.
With the right person, sure.
I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah. But it's like, oh, well, you just gave me like a giant red flag of like when I asked if I should go get tested. So,
Well, I just think that's a good idea in general if you're
Well,
going to fuck with a performer. That's
I
all.
will wholeheartedly agree. But that tells me we're not fucking.
You think so?
Oh, 100%.
If you get tested, you don't.
No. I'm saying like when I specifically
When
asked,
she was like, "Let me think about it."
yeah, like that's a no.
Yeah, I mean, just personally, if it's someone I'm down with, I'm like,
Yeah, that yes. If someone I'm down with, like, they'll be like, oh, that's awesome. Like,
I would either be like, I don't care. I would say something. I wouldn't be like, let me. I mean, it doesn't take me long to come to these decisions.
Right, exactly. But
I'd be like, we're cool, or get tested, or I feel like her answer was kind of, yeah, you're right. Like maybe she's not gonna fuck you,
and it's fine.
Of course,
it's fine. But it's like at a younger dude, it'd be like, might bother me, or it would just be like, well, I should try to feel. I'm like, no.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and also just like, if it's not a hard yes, it's a no. If it's not an enthusiastic yes,
that's a good rule to live by.
It's a no.
That's good. That keeps you on the opposite of the rapey side of things, which is where you want to be.
Well, but I'm not even on like just sexual intimacy, just like on people, show me like there's someone else like I'm talking to who's just like, we hit it off, made plans, she kind of flaked, I just went about my day, I'm like, whatever. And then like all of a sudden she's like, out of the blue, like, I miss you. I'm like,
oh, okay. I'm curious. If they say I miss you, how does that make you feel?
Suspicious.
Suspicious?
Yeah, because it's just like,
I recently did that.
Well, yeah, but had you been involved with that person?
Yes.
Right.
I was like, they left. I was like, I miss you. And I was like, did I just fumble?
No,
that's normal, right?
That's normal. Like,
okay.
Like I haven't actually been involved with this woman. Like,
okay, that makes
like we had vibes, we made plans. We hit it off.
Yeah.
And then like she kind of like flaked when I tried to make plans. And like as I said, if it's not a fuck yes, it's a no. So I just fucking fucked off and went about my day. Like we're still civil, like we're all that shit. And then I get a text just like, I miss you, and it's just like, what is going on here?
That's weird. I mean, not weird, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's suspicious.
It's sus.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like,
it's a little sus. So she wants it to be known. I mean, obviously she chose to say that.
Right.
So it's like there's something there.
Right. And like,
who knows what's there?
I'm gonna go feel it out.
Yeah.
But I'm much more guarded walking into the situation now than I was like when we initially like were talking.
Here's the interesting thing, because she's a woman. Like, I wonder if she's gonna make the move or like the man. Typically, personally, I like the man to make the move. Yeah.
Well,
but I also think there's a time and place for the woman to do it. So I don't know. I'm so curious what's gonna happen to you tomorrow night.
Well, these are two.
I'm gonna think of you.
These are two separate women. These are two separate women.
What?
I'm single. Like,
yeah, no shade. That's funny. I have to keep up.
Yeah, there's a couple in the roster. Like, yeah.
Okay, it's good to have a roster. I cleared mine, and now there's like one on my sets, and I'm like, do I need to have a roster again, or I'm just gonna like fall in love?
Well, it's one of those things where like 2 out of 3 of these women, like I know there's no future with. Like I just know.
Oh, you just know. Okay, I'm so curious as a man. How do you just know that there's nothing?
Well, okay, one of them's married.
Oh, well, that's a great example.
Yeah, like, married girl, obviously.
Married girl off the limits.
Right, like.
For anything real in the future.
Right, like we could have some fun,
reasonable.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The other one has 2 kids.
Okay.
Like, I don't want children.
You don't want to be a baby dad. Same.
Like, I don't want kids. I had a vasectomy. I don't want kids of my own.
You have a vasectomy. Good on you. More people need to get vasectomies.
They're really easy.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm almost at the last 2 people I've seen had vasectomies, and I'm like, maybe I should just keep this going because I love a man with a vasectomy. Oh.
Feeling like a piece of meat over here, Scott. Jeez. I'm not in that good a shape.
I'm generally speaking.
Not good shape.
I'm just saying, get a vasectomy if you don't want kids.
Right.
It's a huge plus for girls who love a good cream pie.
Everyone loves a good cream pie.
Everyone loves a good cream without wanting kids. It's wonderful.
Right. And like she's got 2 kids, and it's just like I'm definitely not looking to be a stepdaddy.
I don't want to be stepmom.
Right. I'm not looking to be stepdaddy.
Yeah.
And like, you know, there's just other like red flags beyond like hanging out.
Okay. But you still fuck with her.
I'm, yeah. Sometimes I make poor dick choices in life.
I feel that. I am not one to talk. Okay? I've made my share of mistakes.
No, I mean, that's human. That's fucking life.
That is human. Yes. I am trying to do better, I will say.
Well, and that's important.
I'm on the trajectory. I'm on the trajectory to better things, and I'm happy about that.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, mistakes are only a problem if you don't learn from them. I often don't learn. I often don't learn from them. Like, in all reality, I should be steering clear of probably all three of these women. I should be just like,
so nothing serious. You think out of?
Well, it's like, okay, we have married girl. Well, that's obvious.
Married girl.
We have girl with 2 kids.
I saw a guy who was also seeing a married girl, and I was like, I don't know. It's an interesting choice.
Oh, I think we'd have fun orgasms together.
Yeah. Okay. It's great for a like casual hookup thing. I get that. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's someone I enjoy spending time with. Like,
yeah. Okay. You genuinely enjoy them as a person.
Yeah. Like that's why I'm
it's
like,
never gonna be anything more, and that's fine with you.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
100%. Like, we're hanging out tomorrow night, and like, I have zero expectations of sex now because
and she's not even from here, so it's like whatever the fuck.
Right. But even if she was, it's like I have zero expectations of sex now because of like how she played it. So I'm still down to have fun. Hang out and have fun.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Like, I could separate the two.
Yes, that is possible. Yeah. It's just like I told you. Like, for me, I have to be annoyed by them to do that.
Well, it's just like, at that point, you're just my friend. Like, oh.
Yes. You should, like, you enjoy hanging out with your friends.
Exactly. Like,
what's the difference except we're, like,
Oh my God, we've messed around a little bit. Like,
like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is so, in the grand scheme of things, fun, but meaningless. Like, if I could never hang around with people like I've made out with or like messed around with a little bit, like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, there are some industry events that are still awkward at times, but like,
yeah, whatever. Nothing. So like, what was your New Year's Eve like? I'm just curious.
Fucking stupid, low-key. I didn't really. Yeah, like, it's amateur night.
I made out with a lot of people New Year's Eve.
And how much did that mean to you?
One of them meant something to me at the time.
At the time?
At the time.
And then what happened?
It just didn't. It's fine. But like, I don't know what the fuck I was on. I've made out with a lot of people. I don't know. I was really into like people's wives that night.
Did it make you happy? In the moment,
yes, I had it was a great, like, when I look back, it was a great night.
Right.
That's all that matters.
You had a great night. Did you hurt anybody?
No.
Then what the fuck does it matter?
Exactly.
And the grand scheme of things are like, and hurting people happens. Like, as long as you're not like maliciously and intentionally doing it, whatever, shit happens. Like, every breakup involves someone getting hurt.
Yes. That's the risk you take to, like, try something and put yourself out there.
Exactly. And that shit happens. And as long as you're like,
shit happens,
not trying to intentionally like hurt someone, manipulate someone, use someone,
you're not a bad person.
I mean, I don't particularly think good or bad people exist. I think people exist.
That's a good point. No one's all good or all good.
Right.
All bad. All good or all bad.
Right. Yeah. Well, and even bad people are heroes in their own story.
Yeah.
Most people, I don't think, wake up and be like, I'm going to just do bad shit today. They justify it to themselves somehow.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm going to pee again.
Well, actually, we probably should just call last call on this motherfucker.
Okay, so is it time for the fucking Swedish?
Since we do, no.
Malört?
We're going to rap, and then we'll do it as a separate clip.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening.
Well, where can they find you on the things?
On the things. Okay, so I'm going to make it super complicated for you. They're all different. Twitter, Scarlett, and spell my name right. It's a huge pet peeve when people don't spell my name right. Scarlett, Alexis, but instead of an S at the end, it's a 3, and that's Twitter. My main Instagram account is suspended right now. I was a little too spicy. So my backup account, Scarlett Alexis with 3 S's at the end. My OnlyFans, Scarlett Alexis with 3 X's and the number 1. And there you have it.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Modern-
Good luck.
Modern porn life
Best
and
of
social
luck.
media. Well, until next week, drink up,
Yes.
motherfuckers.
Yes. Cheers.